Hey now, welcome to GenLab. I'm Darren.
This is Greg.
And I always go last. I'm Jasmine. Why I always
And
go last?
on Jasmine or on GenLab,
Tell us what we do on Jasmine.
we struggle with audio, obviously. So we are here to talk about generational differences and music and how much we like each other and how much we dislike other people, how much we like other people, and how the world is running. So I have no idea what the show's about this week, but I'm sure we're
because
about
we just
to find out.
Show up. And the best part was so far has been, in my opinion, that I showed you a picture of a logo that I made with a tiger, and you go, wow, that looks just like Mike the Tiger. And he's like, look up Mike the Tiger. And I go and look up Mike the Tiger, and it's an actual tiger.
Yes.
Like, I thought I copied their logo, and he's like, oh, it's a tiger. Well, good. It looks like a tiger. Thank you.
Well, Jasmine, it's a drawing of a tiger, and I've spent 27 years being indoctrinated with LSU Tigers. Mike the Tiger, and I like Mike the Tiger. I met the last one, I hadn't met this one,
but he probably looks like Mike the Tiger, but he probably looks like Sasha the Tiger, and like Jeff the Tiger, and like Tony the Tiger. I mean, he looks like all the Tigers. So thank you. I think that's a really high praise, honestly.
I think that's high praise. I agree.
Do a favor, show it, and in the hashtags, we'll put hashtag Mike the Tiger, hashtag all the Tigers, Tony the Tiger. Yeah. And we'll ask our LSU friends to tell us. I think that was a little too quick, personally, but
I mean, we can put it in the show notes.
So close so we can see him. He looks like the LSU Tiger, Mike the Tiger. So we'll put that in the hashtags, and we'll ask what everybody thinks, and we'll go.
Can't really see, but there's some texture on there. You know, believe it or not, this took me a long time to make because I'm not great.
I bet it did take you a long time.
So, the best thing about LSU is Mike the Tiger, in my opinion.
Well, there it is. That's
a good mascot.
It's a tiger is just a really cool mascot. I think that's the truth. And so you just got to go with it. And Tony the Tiger, I didn't even think about Tony.
Tony the Tiger's awesome.
Tiger that I know.
I watched the movie Unfrosted or Frosted. I don't know what it's called, but it's about cereal. No, it's not. It's about Pop-Tarts. And Hugh Grant plays Tony the Tiger in it.
Wait,
and
what?
It's so great.
I never heard of this movie.
It's new. A movie? It's on Netflix. It's called Unfrosted. It's a Jerry Seinfeld movie.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to write that down just to remember.
It's really cute and done very well.
Unfrosted Pop-Tarts. Are we a fan? I am. I think unfrosted, frosted, all of it. All of it.
Yeah.
I don't know about unfrosted, but I haven't had a Pop-Tart in probably Piper's 22. She had to go off. She was addicted to chocolate Pop-Tarts.
Like truly? Like she had
I probably haven't had a Pop-Tart in 17 or 18 years, and I'd see them in the store and I want them so bad, but
you just isn't it weird to be an adult and just like to have that, like you have self-control somehow, but why do we do that to ourselves?
Well, someone told me it was the worst thing in the world to eat.
No, in the world?
I can't imagine it being
in the world.
Motor oil.
Somebody eats like there's a guy that eats like plane parts for like fun for Guinness World Records.
No,
so I think Pop-Tarts. I mean, look, they're not good for you, but no one thinks when they're eating a Pop-Tart that they're doing something healthy. They know they're not. Yeah. No one's like, this is a nutritious breakfast. I mean, at this point, 2024, we know you're eating a Pop-Tart because it's delicious.
Well, anyways, the movie's about the rise of Pop-Tarts. And
see, I can't watch something like that because it'll just make me like order. I'll go on Instacart and I'll order every cereal, every Pop-Tart. It's just a bad deal. So.
It's a funny, cute movie. At least give it a shot.
No, I will watch it. But
you know what wasn't a funny cute movie?
I'll be 25 pounds heavier next time you see me. What?
You know what wasn't a funny cute movie?
What wasn't a funny cute movie?
Luther.
Oh.
Not funny or cute.
Sophie's Choice. Oh my God.
And I'll tell you, a series that wasn't funny or cute was Baby Reindeer.
Yeah, we definitely.
Not funny nor cute.
I wouldn't say funny or cute.
No. Not
So
you.
something crazy happened that I found out about today. So I don't really have a lot of contact. I don't really talk to my parents very much, but when I had a dream, I'm not at all, but whatever. I don't know. I feel weird saying that. I feel like people, and this was kind of going to be one of the topics, maybe not today, but something that we were going to talk about is kind of like extended family between the generations and how everyone treats it. Like Greg, has lived on, closely with his in-laws and things like that, and I don't even talk to my parents, and it's really complicated. But I had a dream about my dad last night that he died, and I was like,
whoa.
I woke up in tears because obviously that makes me sad.
Right. You
but
sure
then,
it wasn't me? Because I remind you of your dad?
No, I'm sure it was not you. It was my actual dad. I was like at my house in California that I grew up in, and they still live there as far as I know. And it was somebody that I haven't talked to in 22 years, like who've been on my Instagram. Just you follow people that you knew, and so she reached out to me today. She's like, "Hey, I heard about a fire at your house, at your child, or whatever." And I was like, "Do I have The Shining or something?" And so I looked it up, and I think it was a house, like a neighboring house. I don't think anybody died. I think it was just some pets got caught in it and maybe died. But anyways,
that's bad too.
But it was like you could see my parents' house in the pictures and stuff, or at least they didn't show the house, but you could. I think I could kind of figure out that where there was in relation. So
I do think you felt stress from him or something.
Maybe. I don't know. It was weird.
So this was last night, and your friend told you
I woke up
today.
this morning crying. Yeah, and it was just weird because it's not like a common occurrence or anything for me. So it was like really strange. But
can I say something to that? This was 50 years ago, but it wasn't 50, but I was a little kid, and I was in a hotel room with my mom and grandma in San Diego, and I think I got food poisoning or something. I was sick. I had 105 fever. That's what it was. My fever skyrocketed, and I was so sick, and my sister either heard it or she dreamt me calling out for my mom or grandma, or she felt it and called and to check to see if I was okay.
Yeah, it's just new.
Wow.
I do think that we are all, connected, especially when you spent a lot of time with somebody or you really love somebody. But yeah, it was a weird thing that happened. So I thought that was strange. Greg, we have matching cups, by the way.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Lead poisoning.
Yeah.
Cheers to lead poisoning. Right? Didn't you tell me that?
I heard that, but I think that was probably the smaller company trying to bring down Stanley.
When you guys said something about Stanley Cup, I thought you were actually talking about the Stanley Cup. I thought she said she was drinking out of the Stanley Cup, like she knew somebody from the hockey team that I didn't know that those were called Stanley Cups.
Stanley Cup is the best marketing name for a cup. I mean, how brilliant is that?
No, they're smart. They do the color thing, and so
I didn't know.
That's funny, Greg. When you said that, that reminded me. So there was this thing that we used to go to, in the military. There's a military ball. There's military balls. They have them all the time.
I've been to one.
Yeah, and they're fun.
I want to talk about something when you finish about that. Yes.
Air Force
Raise
ball.
your hand, and I will call on you when I'm done. So we went to the military ball, and they were pouring all of this alcohol into this one bucket. I don't know what it's called. I feel like it was called
sounds like a suicide.
They had a name for it. I would have to look it up. Somebody knows. But
what did you call it though?
Long Island iced tea.
Grog or something. It was a word for basically all the shit mixed together. And maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that probably is it.
But anyways, it was just everyone was pouring all their nasty crap in there, and people had to drink out of it and stuff. And that reminded me of that. The Stanley Cup. I was like, drink of the chalice of grog or whatever.
There's something called I'm not going to go into it, but there was a saying in a movie that I liked when I was a little kid. The movie was called
this is after podcast.
Skateboard Mania. And there was a scene where they're just they're eating, they're like food and grog. I think that's very
Yeah.
medieval kind of thing.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
And Matt told me that people used to like carry forks around and they would just have a collective eating pile.
And before we let Greg go, I'm going to say, because Greg doesn't get a chance.
Greg, wait. One more thing. And then you can talk.
Good.
So,
I'm good.
As a bartender, as an ex-bartender, the trick is, does somebody want to try a mat shot? Oh, I'll try something new, a mat shot. Well, a mat shot is, those rubber mats that sit on bars.
I think I've had a mat shot.
It catches all the spills. Well, you take the mat that's full of everything and you pour it in.
Ew.
And that's a mat shot. So that's
I've had a different kind of mat shot.
Whoa.
Go ahead, Greg.
Go ahead, Greg. It's your turn.
So generationally speaking, I found out something this week that because you talked about these military ball. Well, people are having fake weddings. So because people aren't getting Gen Zs aren't getting married, right? So they want to have the experience of going to a wedding. So they actually sell tickets to weddings where there's an actor and an actress, and they come and they do the whole thing, and you have to pay to go to this wedding, and it's a big deal, and they're sold out.
So that they can show people that they have like friends and they're going to weddings, or
they
just
don't
for
go,
the fun of
they,
it?
They go with a couple of their friends or whatever. It's just a chance to go have a big party, but it's a fake wedding.
So it's like the way they're gonna fake meet people, and like it's like because they're all meeting online now, and there's like no one's actually having weddings. Parties or having fun. Yeah. They're like, let's fake a wedding so that people can actually get together. This is like way too like we're inceptioning our life right now. It's like everything's too digital that we're
that's what's
of it being a wedding. Why can't you just have like a ball?
It could be.
Yeah, that's
it could
true.
be, but they're not getting married
because you can't have a
until
ball
they're.
Because what happens when you have like a ball and then you dress up and then 20 years from now you dressed up something offensive? I don't know.
There's a Mardi Gras ball. You don't have to have a.
You don't even have to wear clothes to Mardi Gras ball, right?
It usually starts out with some clothes, but there
fancy clothes.
We should bring back the toga party because I really would like to try that.
Yeah, toga party. Have a toga party. Yeah.
I tried to tell you guys to do it on the podcast here, but
we can show up as a toga party.
Yes,
that would be really funny. Let's show up at the toga party next time, but don't tell the guests, and we'll just all be wearing.
Oh, that's a great idea. Let's do toga party next time.
Okay, toga
I'm working
party.
on a gal that
if I come with only toga party, I'm gonna be pissed.
No.
No, I like that.
You're what are you doing, Jasmine? Okay,
no, I have the perfect guest for that. The two people I'm working with is just a crazy gal I know from Louisiana. It would go over well with, and there's a gal that ran off and joined the circus. So it might be good for her.
You might be wearing a toga just for funsies.
Man, ain't I don't know this girl. I know somebody that knows her. So
okay, we gotta do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I like it. So next week, tune in.
Norman,
maybe
we get Norman
and
on.
If you don't watch the podcast, then we'll just describe it in great.
You're right, and like my boss to it, he doesn't watch it.
People would want to watch it. Yeah, he's missing out because there's stuff that happens.
So interesting, and
no, they should watch it. And like all my family members, the people I know that I know, they do watch it. But like Steve Worsham, I don't know if he watches it. I think he listens to it because he's driving.
Well, if they watch it this week, they'll see that I have a big zit. I never. And I like really.
There was a fly right
I went
there.
to Charleston,
was fly
and it was so hot and sweaty. I think my body's just like having a meltdown. I felt like I was melting, but it was a lot of fun.
I really wanted Matt to come today.
I know. I'm sorry. I kind of asked him, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll go, or I'll show up." And then we were gonna get his office put together, but it's kind of a mess up there. So he's next time.
I wanted him to help me with a song.
He could call in.
Yeah, I really wanted him to help me with a song. But maybe you guys could do it.
Okay. I feel like this is set up. Okay.
No.
Okay, Greg, let's help you with your song, right, Darren?
Yes.
But
I'm not going to get the snare.
So Darren has been since he brought up this idea of these beach songs that are too heavy metal, right? I came up with another one, and I need somebody. I need somebody to do the na 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 na.
Oh yeah, he could
the guitar.
Do that.
So you guys, it's Surfing USA.
You can do
Okay, let
that.
me think of the tune.
Yeah, but don't think of the tune. You just need to go, no, no,
No.
no, 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 no.
Well, it's the tune. It's just the
Are you talking
heavy
about like the
version.
wipeout kind of like theme, or what are you talking about?
No, we're talking
Surfing
Metallica version of
USA.
beach music.
Oh,
What I'm talking.
Okay.
oh,
That was
you
Okay.
my
want him to
idea
do
that I
something
never
like
got off the ground.
heavy metal so that you
Yes.
can combine the two. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So here I'm gonna give you a little rendition, and then I want you guys to do the no, 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 no. I'll do it the first time, but I want you guys to do it, and when we go
Oh,
the
we get
live
to go
version.
na
Yeah. So
na
do you
na
want
na
to be the
na.
guitar
Yeah.
player and I'll do the bass?
I don't know that I can do any of that, but I'll try. What do you?
Okay.
Okay, go
So
ahead.
it would be like, if everybody had an ocean, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
No.
like it. I like
Exactly.
that. I like that. I
Okay.
just
Okay.
wow. I just got
I don't know. You said you were gonna do the bass,
well, I got excited.
so you're
Yeah. Do
like
that,
you're
Darren.
gonna
Do
come up
that.
with a bass line right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, do
So
that.
yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just going no 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 no.
Or
Yeah, yeah, but you got to do it like a guitar. No, 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 no. Yeah,
Okay, I
yes,
don't.
yes,
That's
yes, yes, yes.
I can do
Can you
that.
go back and do that again? That first one,
No,
please. The
no,
the numbers just went out of the roof. Could you please do
no.
that again, or
What did I
we'll
do?
make it a clip?
I'm cutting it. No. Oh my god. I will now be doing.
Dude, your face turned raw red.
You will not.
Okay,
That's the best
so
moment of the show.
there was a time when do you know those MLMs like the LuLaRoe and like the what? There's always somebody who's like, this made me go from 25 pounds overweight to 10 pounds overweight or whatever. They're like my pink drink. I did one when I first got married. It was called Jamberry Nails, and you like I've always loved good nails, right? But it was like a little wrap that you put over your nails, and you would do your nails, and then you would take a picture and you'd post it online to show everybody, like, oh, look how pretty your nails could be if you buy this stuff from me. And I'm the worst salesperson when it comes to selling to my friends because
Yeah.
I don't like to do business like that. Anyways, so I sucked at this, but I would like take pictures like this, like to show my nails like that, right? And then suddenly on like the Jamberry nail page on Facebook, there would be like people would be like, don't take pictures of your nails like this anymore. Somebody photoshopped my hand with like things in it, like you're something very specific
Oh,
in it.
your
Like because you're
face was
taking
in
a
it
picture
also.
like this to show your nails and it looks like you're holding something. And
Yeah, people are the worst.
Yeah, that's too bad.
that's what that reminded me of. Sorry.
And that's
But yeah.
Jan Nails.
Jamberry. It was their Jamberry nails. They were like they're just little wraps that you would like heat shrink onto your nails and it would give you like cool designs. And they were cool, but I'm just not.
You know what it sounds like?
Hmm.
You know what it sounds exactly like?
What?
It sounds like a wrap for a car, but your nails.
Yeah. It was
So
probably
I don't remember. Was Greg pro wrap or anti wrap?
No, I'm good with the rap.
Okay, I was anti wrap then. So I
I'm
guess I would be
anti-wrap.
anti jam.
I'm
Right.
anti-rap in
Yeah.
every context.
Yeah, I couldn't remember my.
Anti. Just keep it natural. Just keep it
So,
natural.
so are you guys ready for Surfing USA? Are you ready?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. We're still doing that.
Everybody's got
Okay.
their yeah. So no, Jasmine, you got your na 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 na.
I want Jasmine to play the drum.
Okay, Jasmine can play the
let's
drums.
go. I can't play anything, you guys. I'm so bad. Okay.
Okay, so
I
Darren,
will
you're gonna
just
have
do
to
what I
you're
can.
gonna have to make up
Okay.
for her.
I don't even
her.
know if I'm gonna come at the wrong time. I'm
No,
gonna be out
Jasmine,
of
you have
key.
to do the drums like this.
What do I do? Na 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 na. No, stop, Darren, trying to get me to do that again.
I'm looking at ratings.
Let's go.
We're looking for ratings.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
If everybody had an ocean
Na na
No,
na
no,
na
no,
na.
no, no, no.
Oh, did I come too early? I'm
across the
sorry.
USA,
Na na
No,
na
no,
na
no,
na
no,
na.
no.
and everybody would be surfing
Na 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 na. Okay.
like California.
Na 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 na. Is that it?
Yeah.
Did we do it?
But you gotta look great.
I think I looked pretty crazy, but I just wasn't sure if I was doing it right. Greg wasn't giving me any like
Or you could do
positive
screaming
feedback.
and be like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I was never into the
I
screaming.
actually have the right kind of dress on for
You're
heavy
wearing a
duty
dress?
stuff. No, I've got a concert shirt on. I got a black Pound.
Yes. No, what were we listening to the other day what is that?
No Hungry Children.
Is it a band? What? Is that a nonprofit? Is that what that is?
Man,
Some
Jasmine,
church.
you're deep today, man.
That's some
I
church
love it.
thing.
I love it. So how you doing today? Is Hungry Children a band?
Like a little kid, little poor kid right here is the eye.
That's a good band name.
This kid has no. You can tell they hadn't eaten in like 2 years. And Jasmine, oh, is that a band?
It's an Ethiopian kid on there.
Is that
Jasmine, it is not what you would call a bleeding heart, I don't think, today.
I'm just oblivious. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, that was awesome. Thank you for that. You're full.
Oh my god. Okay, we're cutting all of this.
No, this is gold.
No. Yeah.
Okay. What were we talking about? I was going to say something about what we were listening to, but that's okay. I like your rendition. It was very good. Thank you.
Yeah, it is
No
good.
Hungry Children.
I've
great
really, yeah, No Hungry Children, great band name. I've really started to enjoy the concept. I've been looking for beach songs because I like beach songs anyway.
So I think
and I've been looking for them and had more.
No, we're
metal
not doing
concept.
it where you pick your own songs anymore because you're getting so good at it. I want to challenge you, and I think that Darren and
Pick it. I would love to do it.
Greg has taken an idea I had several years ago, and I've been too lazy to do anything with. Well, partly there's a guitar guy in Shreveport that has my bass captured and won't let it go, but so I can't work on it. So, but no, Greg's the only person that's reacted this. I think is a great idea.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I loved it.
I said this a while ago on the podcast, and you guys were like, "That was a TV show." I have it. It's been recorded.
What?
You said it was a TV show on VH1. No. When I said you should take different styles of music with different songs and mix them together.
Yeah. You did it.
So it was my idea. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, but I like this. I like this whole heavy metal with beach tunes. I think it's legit. It's funny and it's fun because everybody knows the beach tunes.
Right.
And then if you play them with heavy metal, it's just like, wow, this is really cool. I've been looking them up on YouTube music. I've been trying to find songs like that. I found some, by the way.
Oh,
I'll
really?
send it to you, Darren. Yeah,
it would be really cool if you could actually have somebody playing the guitar and not my
That's why I wanted your Matt here.
My Matt.
Yeah.
Matt is very good at music. I was going to say we should play a game with him because he's very good. And I would love to see.
I have a game for him.
Darren and Matt go head to head on you play the first 2 seconds of a song and see who can guess it first. Because
I don't want to.
Matt is
I have a lyrics game.
And Darren's really good at music too. And so it'd be interesting to kind of.
I have a game sitting here that I've had for waiting for.
Well, okay.
I've had this waiting.
Read it.
Let me say
this.
this.
I don't want you to read it because it's.
Ooh, a mystery
Let
game.
me say this before we get to that. Back to the quirky, funny music band thing. I love that kind of thing. Like there's like mini Kiss. Like it's a bunch of short. I don't know what word you're supposed to use anymore.
Little people.
Little people dressed up as Kiss and plays Kiss.
That's so cute.
There's something called Mac Sabbath.
Max Sabbath.
Max Sabbath, and they dress up like Ronald McDonald and Grimace and the Hamburglar, and they play black music, but they dressed like the McDonald's. I love shit like that. It's so it's very inventive.
Yeah, no, I mean that's awesome. I really like Mini Kiss. That's really cute. I want to go see Mini Kiss.
All right, so
played at the one of the ticket deals that they have. This was years ago. I didn't get to see it. I've never seen Mini Kiss, but they're around. Like they're in Vegas. You
When we were in Charleston, this guy had a looper and he was playing like good kind of like 90s, I would say like kind of that 90s grunge music, and he was just playing it, and he would play like the first, like how Ed Sheeran does his shows where like play something, put it on a loop, and then he'll add to it. Now I've never seen Ed Sheeran live, but I just heard that's what he does. And so he kind of did that, and it was really cool because he would go and he would like start to play like a drum beat or something, and then he would do like a little I don't know bass line or whatever, and then he would go to his guitar and he'd play the guitar and sing while the other things were going. So you would kind of try to guess the song when you heard the drum beat, which this is when I found out Matt's like really good at just knowing when he hears anything. He's like, oh, that's this song. I'm like, how do you know? Because they're all the same. Like, you could play a song for 15 seconds and until the music like really takes root and the chorus starts, I don't know what song it is. But he's so good in the first few seconds. But anyway, so this guy was playing on a loop and it was really entertaining just to watch this one guy play all these different songs, and he took requests. It was super cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know, I can be fooled really easy, like the heavy metal version of beach music. If I walked into a restaurant, a show, and that was being played, I cannot figure out the song if it's switched around like that. Like if Jasmine put blonde hair on, I wouldn't know her. I'd walk past her. I'd never know. I mean, it doesn't take much. So the other day,
but you could see a deer like 20,000 yards away.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Camouflage.
I don't know if I can. Okay. We all know how short of a distance a deer shows.
Oh my god!
But anyway, so I went into the show a couple weeks ago, and it was a country song, but the lyrics, I was like, what the hell? Who is this? Who is this? And at the very last lyric, I figured out it was REO Speedwagon, but they were doing it country. Yeah. And I went and found my friend. I sat down. And I was like, man, what do you think about that? I was like, it took me the whole song to figure it out. He's like, well, you must have walked in right after he said, hey, we're doing the country version of REO. Man, if I'd have been there 4 seconds quicker, I would have more brain to use now. Because, baby, I was giving myself a headache. I was like, I just can't figure it out.
It's like a puzzle experience.
I'm not good at puzzles. Jasmine wears one wig. If Greg had a mullet, dark-haired wig on, I'd never know him. I would not be good with the FBI.
Yeah.
With the FBI. Okay, well, I think that's really interesting that they did REO Speedwagon Country.
Yeah.
That's like I wouldn't think to.
It was random, but they had it was a very random band. They played music you don't hear. They played REM. They played a couple of REM songs.
Oh yeah.
You don't hear cover bands play REM much.
Yeah.
They played Buck Owens. They played the Bakersfield Buck Owens song. They played two actually. They played I'm Gonna Make It Big in Las Vegas or whatever one it is. They had a very eclectic
Streets of Bakersfield.
Well, that's Dwight Yoakam. They played actual Buck Owens music, and
cool.
I like Buck Owens.
I've been listening to
Hee Haw, baby. Hee Haw.
I've been getting off of my Beatles high horse for a little tiny moment. I still
that's good.
Very into that, but obviously forever. But I've been listening to the Kinks, which isn't like a huge step out of the way of the Beatles, but they're really good. They're so good.
Love the Kinks.
Big fan.
I'm a big fan of the Kinks. I would love to have seen them.
Well, so the Kinks have been listening to that, and then we've been listening to a lot of the Clash. Honestly, I've been kind of going through a British Invasion, I've just been kind of going through a phase.
Yes, so. I'm with you. I love all those guys. You're doing great.
Doing great.
I like
the education.
Yeah.
I went to a big concert last weekend. I saw Zach Brown and Kenny Chesney at Arrowhead.
Zach Brown.
It's funny.
Show.
Dude,
that sounds country. Zach Brown.
He is country, but he has the parrot head. What's the guy that died recently? Jimmy Buffett. So Zach Brown and Kenny Chesney both have that Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah,
they have some of that in them.
Big no for me.
And then Zach Brown also has the folk in him.
Yeah.
He's got folk, blues, and beach all in one. He is fantastic.
He had a full horn section. They played the Rocky tune through his horn section when he came out. I mean, I'm telling you, we went for Kenny Chesney, but Zach Brown stole my heart.
He's the best.
That's fun when you go to a live show and you're like, "Who's this random opener, and then you like, oh,
Well,
I
he's
love
not
this
random,
band.
but
I
yeah.
know.
Well, that
Fine,
happened.
but for you maybe, because like that's happened when we went to go see Black Crows in Bentonville, and there was or Rogers or whatever, and the band opening was called Dirty Honey, and now I'm a big Dirty Honey fan. They're awesome, but I'd never heard of them before, and
No, they're
so
great.
you know, it's kind of cool.
Well, I'll tell you, I went to see Greta Van Fleet. Very excited to see Greta Van Fleet. You know what? You can have Greta Van Fleet. A band called Geese opened up, and they were so weird and funky. I bought their
I
shirt.
love it. Yeah, I love that.
Greta shirt. I bought a Geese.
You know, Matt doesn't really let me buy greatest hits albums because he says it's a cop out, and
He's right.
it's really.
Matt's looks.
But well, every time we go to a record store too, like there's always like a bunch of Gen Z, and we feel like so stupid. And then the people who own it are obviously always like boomers or older, and they always get really excited when Matt and I come in there because Matt has such good taste. I mean, I obviously have good taste in music in my opinion, but I think he really like objectively has good taste in music. He's got very wide variety of interests, and he just loves like all the like the really good. He knows what the good discs are, so like he'll go in there and he'll find them, and then the people will be like, "Oh, this is a good haul for you," you know what I mean?
Right.
And he'll talk to us forever.
Yeah, and you know, and talking about that, you know, where you go to one show and Darren and I went to the Milli Vanilli show. And, yeah, I love it. Hey, but Darren, who was good at that show? Who was when we left, we was like the one that was the best at that show? Information Society. Yep,
You've said that
Information
before.
Society was not was.
You've
That's
said
right.
that before.
Now Tone Loc was killer. He was great, but
Yeah,
Information Society was awesome.
Yeah, they had a like a 10-piece band. It was fantastic.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah.
thing. And they played live. But now, poor old Milli Vanilli, they just were here before their time.
Yeah. No, that's true, because if they were now, no one would know that
no one would know. Yeah, they'd just be they'd be an also ran. Hey, Jasmine,
I just
you
thought
said
it was funny because I listened to Milli Vanilli because I grew up hearing that, and I was like, I knew the story, but I didn't ever listen to Milli Vanilli. And then I listened to it, I was like, how is this hard to sing? Like none of this. They're not like really singing much, but they couldn't do that.
They couldn't even carry it. They're like me. They couldn't even carry a tune in a bucket.
They had a killer look. They were the coolest Rastafarians you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And they had the coolest, fun, poppy music, and it blew up. It was just a brilliant idea.
I also hate the name Milli Vanilli, but I don't know.
Hey, so if you talked about Dirty Honey earlier, right? Yeah. So you guys want to do a strip club or church review?
Because that could be because that sounds like a strip club name is Dirty Honey.
Yeah.
That's a good strip club name.
There's
I'm always looking.
There's no large mammals in the name, so how could it be a good strip club?
It's got to be something like a big giant elephant or
wide ass load elephant. Come on.
Yeah. So I picked, because of our conversations over the last few weeks, I picked only reviews from Gateway Church, which is the guy who just got fired recently. Remember?
Oh,
saw it on the national news.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Morris is his last name. And then I chose only reviews from Peppermint Hippo. Yeah, Peppermint Hippo. Not Spearmint Rhino, but Peppermint Hippo.
Oh, it's Spearmint Rhino. I don't know.
Spearmint.
I thought it was Peppermint Rhino.
So that's the real one, and the one is the other one.
Yeah, Peppermint Rhino. So I only chose from Peppermint Rhino and Gateway Church. Are you guys ready?
Real one. That's the real
Peppermint. I'm sorry. No, it's Spearmint Rhino, Darren. I'm sorry. Peppermint Hippo. Peppermint Hippo. I chose from the fake one, Peppermint Hippo.
Okay,
it's not fake. It's a real club. It's just they're just
it's
smaller.
The knockoff. It's the knockoff based on the thing you told us.
And Eric Cartman. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. So are you guys ready?
Yeah, we are.
Nice and confused now. So let's have it.
So is everyone else. Let's do
Peppermint Hippo and Gateway Church. Here we go. You guys decide. I came in earlier in the year with a colleague and was good until I had an uncomfortable encounter with a shorter, bald-headed gentleman with a beard. Is it Peppermint Hippo or Gateway Church?
Beard or beer?
Beard, with a beard.
That would have given it away.
I'm going to. Well, that's why I asked.
Came in with a colleague and a short-headed gentleman with a beard.
Colleague tells me
That's got to
doctor.
be strip club.
Tells me strip club. Tells me
Strip
peppermint.
club. That's a strip club.
The word colleague gives it away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Peppermint hippo. You got it.
Although I guess a colleague could, yeah, that's when you're like trying to sound refined and like, I'm gonna leave this bad review and you gotta trust me because I have colleagues.
Yeah, well, you don't go to church with colleagues.
I mean, look, I have been invited to church by like work people before, or
Really?
I've
never.
It's a terrible HR violation, but no, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
You guys got it.
We
How
got
about
it. Yay.
Monica's mind and spirit are stunning.
Strip club. I was like, that is like an old, nasty old dude that's like, I can feel her spirit. Oh, yeah.
I was expecting.
Monica's mind and spirit are stunning.
Mind and spirit. And her body, it's fine. It's fine too. Like, but just I'm more interested in her mind and her spirit.
Hippo.
Yeah,
I'm saying
it's a.
Both of you got it right. Okay, 2-2-0.
Yeah, okay. That sounds. These people are giving themselves away. And he's following her home too. By the way,
my favorite one. You so snowed me on. Turn the porch light in the corner.
The light out back.
That smoked my ass. I love that one because I'm thinking all gritty and want to get funky in the back corner. But no, it's a neighbor trying to sleep. And it's just the bright lights on. I love that. Was the best one.
Yeah.
Next one is a buddy of mine told me about this place. So I decided to take me and my wife there, and well, it was pretty decent.
Church, Gateway.
Yeah. I think church. That sounds churchy. Gateway. Me and my wife, a buddy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. One for me. That was Peppermint Hippo.
And it was pretty decent, he said.
Pretty decent. Okay, here's the next one.
Did you shuffle the deck at all?
Mm-hmm. He was trying to trick us. We're like, no way, there could be another strip club.
I was trying to figure out how many in a row because
that's right.
See, you know what?
It is a rich man's establishment to flaunt his fancy cars and fancy clothes.
Church.
That's church. And if it's not church, it is.
Yes.
It is church. Wow.
Right
wow. I would never have thought church on that one. Wow.
Really? Okay. Well, you have a good impression of church.
I mean, I've never been to a church, but yeah.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Never?
Never been to church.
Not to that. I go to church every Sunday.
That church. I was like, you've never been to a church.
I go to a country. I go to a country for
Let's
church.
set this straight.
Yeah.
I've been to more strip clubs.
I haven't been to church in a long time.
No, I haven't been to church in a little while, but yeah.
And I feel bad about it, but I'm struggling finding one.
And I have to pay for it every day.
So next one, great choice, plenty of park. Yeah, great choice, plenty of parking. I reviewed the website, and there's a lot to offer.
Well,
plenty of parking. That's church.
I'm going to. I've got inside intel on this. I've never been by Gateway, but the Peppermint Hippo does not have plenty of parking. So I know for a fact it's not that place.
That's a church.
Like 4 spots.
Nobody at a strip club
there.
cares about parking. They're not. Once they pass that door, they forgot everything.
That's funny.
Oh my
Plenty of parking.
Yeah.
It's like a stadium. Gateway.
Okay,
I haven't seen Gateway. I don't know.
Boo! Billing is too big. So are the pockets of these franchises.
Oh, that's Peppermint Hippo. I mean, is the church a franchise?
Boo! Building is too big. So are the pockets of these franchises.
Why would they not want the building to be big?
Gateway. Give me my point.
Okay, look. I'm going to go strip club.
Strip club for Jasmine. Darren gets a point. Darren's ahead. 5-4 to 1. Okay.
To 1. Good job.
I was a little thrown off. Next one. I was a little thrown off by the ads/commercials. After some time here, I did find myself moved and connected. Very nice. Big, with lots of room.
That's gotta be church.
Again, gateway, because the hippo is nor big or expansive.
How many stages does the peppermint hippo have? Dylan?
I can't say.
But I would guess about exactly
One.
Oh,
Yeah.
just one.
All right.
Is that it?
It's a tiny place.
All right, here
So
we
they
go.
all just have to wait in line and go up one at a time.
I don't think there's
Well,
a.
judge from the reviews, sometimes nobody goes up.
I don't think there's a lot of people there waiting in line. I think they may be struggling.
Yeah,
They
judging
just
from the
need
reviews,
one-
sometimes you can go in for 30 minutes, nobody shows up on stage, even though they call and call. But
They just need one heavy hitter. That's
Yeah.
tragic. Well, it is.
Yeah.
So. Okay, go ahead.
okay,
Let's see.
merely for entertainment, totally idolatrous.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's church.
Yeah, that's gateway.
Yeah.
These people.
I hope
I wanna
that's
do-
not time for
I want to do the 7 Wonders of the World reviews. That would be fun.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good. Jess was so helpful and the girls from Missouri were so much fun. Very laid back environment. Will come again.
That's strip club.
Say it again.
Jess was so helpful, and the girls from Missouri was so much fun. Very laid back environment. Will come again.
Strip club. Jess was helpful. Who's Jess?
Oh, no.
Jess is the host. She's the one that brings you in. She
It's
makes
gotta be
you.
peppermint.
She
hippo.
shows you the ATM.
Okay,
She
it
says
is the
it's
hippo.
a $5 fee. So you might want to pull out like
It's
3
more
or
than
400.
$5. It's more than $5.
They go,
there was
okay,
complaints
fine.
about how much this cost.
750 fee, and so you're gonna want to pull it out once. So get a big chunk.
Somebody
and
got taken for $1,000. Don't give them your credit card. They said bring cash. All right. All right.
Wow.
Let's see the next one here. Turned away people out of spite and arrogance. Do not recommend. Do not go here.
Gateway,
Church.
100%. Someone's bitter.
No, wait. I have to get one up on Darren, so I'm gonna say strip club.
It is strip club.
Yes! Oh my god.
Is it the peppermint hippo every time?
So wait,
Yeah,
read the
peppermint
review
hippo, yeah.
again. What was the
Peppermint hippo.
review? It
It
was
said,
don't
do not, let's see, turned
people
away
out.
people out of spite and arrogance. Do not recommend. Do not go here.
Spite.
Oh, spite
made
and
me think of
arrogance.
church.
Yeah, I get it.
Spite
Yeah.
and arrogance. Yeah, that's.
That
I
had
wonder
church
what
all over for
happened
me.
that
That's why I
night.
picked it, but whatever.
You know what
guys-
might be fun is to go to the strip clubs to watch the people get turned away out of spite and arrogance.
I wouldn't
I
go
think-
there because there's no
I
one
don't,
there.
even- I don't want to go for the strip. I don't even want to
Including-
see that. I
Turned
just want to see the people
There's-
from spite and arrogance.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's
all I'm
Okay,
there
here we go.
I'm just gonna go people watch.
I drove 40 minutes just to be told I can't wear shorts.
sorry. Go ahead.
Wait, didn't we do this last time?
No, it's,
Can't
It
wear
was
shorts.
different
That's
place.
Peppermint hippo.
that was
That's strip
Pandora's.
club.
This is drove 40 minutes just to be told I can't wear shorts.
This is strip club.
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
want you wearing.
that's-
They don't want any competition.
Okay, you guys
They
are
say-
tied. You guys are tied.
No to competition.
Okay.
But that would be a good way to get your next strippers. To like,
Okay.
Some
So
good
this
life.
one.
Right?
Yeah.
you could just like,
Can
want to
you
drop?
wear shorts?
Yeah. See.
Oh, it's the
what-
guys that can't wear the
Oh,
shorts.
guys can't wear shorts. Why?
Because, you know,
They might be able to get underneath or
Yeah.
really?
I
Yeah.
don't
How
My-
short are
my-
these shorts?
If they were,
Fingertip length.
if they were a 5-inch inseam, they might come out of the end or something.
I'm just thinking.
Boy.
Listen. I'm just thinking if we implemented the old no spaghetti straps, not at least a finger wide, and then fingertips length on the shorts. That's what we had to do in school, and
Mm.
that was
Mhm.
fine.
Okay, this is the last one. So if you guys get it, you guys have to confer and
Tiebreaker?
you're tied. You guys are tied. If you guys get it, you get all the points and you guys tie
Okay,
for the
and
win.
I think that we need to have higher stakes on these games because we play all these games and I've won so many times. So the new I think standard should be that if we win, we get to pick a dare for the other person to do.
Okay,
either on
perfect.
the next
You get to pick
podcast or
you
that
get to
we
pick the
get to
song.
post on the Instagram or something.
Yeah,
Because
that's-
I'm sick of winning and not getting to dare
I'm
somebody.
so
Okay.
sick of winning. I'm
I'm
so,
so
bored
sick of all the
winning.
Will
winning.
do.
We're not getting anything from it. So
Okay. If you guys
Yeah.
get this one, you get 1 point each and you tie for the win. if you guys don't get it, and you have to confer and have this come up with the same answer. If you guys don't get it, I get all the points and I win.
Oh, Greg's
So
changing the
we
rules
have
now
to
that I put
tie, or
stakes
you
on
win?
it.
Yeah. Because you guys are tied right now anyway. So yeah. Or
Because
or
he's
you
saying
don't.
that we're not
I tell you what.
allowed to.
So
He's trying
you
to say
guys.
we're not
Okay.
allowed to go 1 and
No,
1.
no. Here we
Like,
go. Here we
just
go.
saying.
Here it is. You guys can each get a point. You can choose whichever answer you want. If you get it, you get 1 point. That's not fair. Okay, back to the same thing. Here we go. Here he is. Really, let's see. Really disappointed that this establishment makes it security's job to kick harmless fishermen out of the pond area. No signs posted.
This is definitely 100% the church. Peppermint Hippie doesn't have a pond area.
Right. Yeah, that's what's
Unless
unfair.
that's a
It's not a
euphemism
neighborhood.
or some sort of innuendo, like this poor harmless fisherman just trying to catch a fish in the pond area. You know what I mean? Like,
Did they run the fishermen out?
I guess they did. That's what
he's
they
a
said.
fisherman. He's a fisherman.
Norman fished.
I mean, it could be an example. I mean,
He's a fisherman.
There's a commercial building in Shreveport, and you know how these buildings, there's this big nice pond with the fountain, and it's all decorated. He's in there catching fish in front of a business building.
That's something that
so
when we
Norman.
moved to Arkansas, we saw somebody fishing at the Home Depot fountain pond thing, and we were like, "What is okay?" But he was catching stuff. I was like, "Oh, I guess that's just what it's like." Oh my god! He's like,
listen,
I've caught a koi fish.
He's got a third eye. He's like Blinky off the.
Okay. So that's what the church said in response to this. So the guy continued on. He said, I just catch and release. I'm not taking the fish or whatever. The church responded by saying, there are signs. There's 3 signs posted. We can't let you fish there because of the runoff from the local something, and we have to put chemicals in the pond, and we just don't want people eating those fish because like third eyes. Yeah. So that was what the church
they're
responded.
just trying to keep people safe. Why even have fish in there if there's chemicals?
They didn't. They actually said they didn't stock the pond.
Fish show up.
Yeah.
They just show up. They just spawn like a video game.
They kind of like birds might carry a fish that has eggs in it, and the fish drops into the water, and then the eggs hatch, and yeah.
No. You know what I think really happened?
That's what happened when we came to Earth.
I think eggs stick to birds' legs, like water birds that are fishing.
There you go.
Those eggs are kind of sticky, and they stick on their talons.
That's crazy.
And then they go to the next pond, and those eggs come off. And I really do think that's how that happens.
Or they poop, and they had a poop in there.
And then just something.
Because
just
I know for a fact
spontaneously
there are ponds that were not stocked in Webster Parish that ended up having fish in them.
I mean, no, there's not somebody who's like, this would be funny if I just bring like some fish over. Like,
nobody's getting rid of their fish in some jackass's pond.
Okay, sure. I don't know. I mean, that's crazy to me that they just show up one day like all of a sudden there's fish.
Yeah, they do.
Life finds a way. What movie is that?
Life finds a way. That's right. I like that.
Mm-hmm. So that's Jurassic. That's Jurassic Park.
You guys want to go for a tie break?
I'm out of line. What did you say?
Do you want to go for a tie break?
What did Darren just call me?
He said you or something because you knew that movie.
No, I was going to say something, but I'm not ready to say it yet.
Okay, I thought you said you're out of line. Okay, yeah, we won, right? We need a tie break.
Yeah, tie break. Okay.
And it could be
here we go.
It could be music. It could be any kind of question.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, you guys doing any kind of question?
Yeah. Let's ask about 80s music or movies.
No. Ask about the Grand Canyon. I don't know. Ask about.
I've got a question. One, this is a multi-layered question. So first of all, if you guys both get it, then we'll move to the next layer.
Jeez. Okay. So stressful.
Mm-hmm. So can you name the song that this lyric is from? Some fast-talking jerk for $1 wiped the smile off my face. I'm driving all night just to keep the rat in the race. First of all, can you name the genre of music?
That is rap, and it's Drake.
Can you name the genre, Darren? Some fast talking jerk for $1 wiped the smile off my face. I'm
No,
driving
that
all
doesn't sound
night
like
just to
rap.
keep the rat in the race.
That would be like such a lame
Two
lyric
things
for
came to
rap.
my mind. I don't know any Drake, so
It's like
I
some
just
jerk.
lost, I guess, because it's
I don't
probably
know.
Drake.
I've never listened to a Drake song in my life.
Oh, okay. Well, then
I watched him on Degrassi. That's all
my
I know.
mind went to well, two songs. I drive all night to get to you. So it's not that song. And the other one was Primus. Jerry was a race car driver. So I guess I'm going to guess this is 90s grunge. Primus. Jerry was a race car driver.
Okay. Neither one of you win at either level. It's Gypsy Road by Cinderella.
Oh, I should have got that. I love
I've never heard
Cinderella.
any of it.
I didn't recognize it.
I mean, I know Cinderella, but
Damn
not
it.
You guys,
that kind of
okay,
Cinderella.
going to the next one?
Damn it.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm mad.
If you want it, you're going to bleed, but it's the price you pay, and you're a very sexy girl who's very hard to please. You can taste the bright lights, but you won't get them for free.
Sounds like AC/DC.
I can guess the genre.
Okay, what's the genre?
Well, it used to be metal, but now it's classic rock. It's 80s rock metal is my
I
guess.
said I knew you were gonna ask some 80s question.
Don't
I just
ask-
knew it.
Ask about the Greg. You know what? You know what, Greg? Let's scratch this one.
Okay.
Ask a question about Sacramento. I want you to ask a question.
No, I don't know anything about
No, I
Sacramento.
want a Sacramento question for Jack.
Why?
I'll take one of our words. How about one of our
Okay.
words?
Okay, do that.
Well, what song, by the way?
What?
Was it 80s metal?
Oh yeah, it was. It was
You got
Guns N'
right.
Roses. Welcome to the
Guns N'
Jungle.
Roses. I almost said Guns N' Roses. Is this Welcome to the Jungle?
Yeah, Welcome to the Jungle. Yeah, Darren
I
would one.
didn't have any idea. But I was gonna say Guns N' Roses or AC/DC, and I chose AC/DC, and I chose wrong. That's so
Yeah.
annoying.
Did
I was
you
like,
choose?
Sorry.
I was thinking like Axl Rose. That sounds like some stupid crap. Same.
So, how about
I
the
do like
word?
Guns
The word. Or you want to ask? You guys want a word, or you want something else?
I want a Sacramento question for
Okay,
Jasmine.
Sacramento question.
When
Okay,
I was younger, did I tell you about my chat room boyfriend when I was younger who showed me he sent me a picture of himself and he was Axl Rose from AC/DC. I was like, that's not you, that's Axl Rose, and then he disappeared.
I was Axl Rose from AC/DC. You know what?
Or,
though?
I'm sorry, from Guns N' Roses. Oh my god,
You know what? No, Jasmine.
my brain.
Axl Rose did sing for AC/DC to finish out a tour about 5 years ago when Brian Johnson's hearing messed up.
Matt just told me that
That actually
like
happened.
2 days ago.
Mm.
That's
Okay.
so funny.
Maybe Matt
That
and I are
is-
I feel like you're the same person.
think
I've never
you guys
seen you in the
are.
same room at
Very
one
frightening
time,
for you.
so I'm just kidding.
I think that's true. Okay, so
But he sent me a picture of himself and it was Axl Rose. And
that's
I was
funny.
like, oh, nobody thought that was a good. You guys are giving me nothing.
It was funny.
Yes, and. Yes, and. Okay,
Yes, and.
continue, please.
Oh.
Okay. Name one of the two rivers that flow through Sacramento.
The American. And something else. And the Sacramento? I don't know.
The Mexican.
The American River. I know that. Wait. There's the.
I'm going to say the
and-
new river.
Don't remember. But
I know
I
for a fact
did.
it's not.
Okay, the two are good guess, Darren. It's the American and the Sacramento.
Okay, so
Right. And
when I was younger, I was kind of a show off. Can you believe
No.
that? I don't think it.
No.
I don't think it
Dare
carried
you
on
to
into
prove that.
I don't think it carried on, but I was a show off, and I would do anything for like accolade, and I would do it any dare. So like, if you dared me to do anything, I would
like run nude across a baseball
yeah,
field.
Yeah,
exactly. But also, there was this thing at the American River, which a lot of people die in the American River. By the way, they drown a lot. But it was called China Wall, and it was like one of those big rock walls that you basically have to jump off of it, right? But it didn't like lean out over the water. It was like back from the water, and then there was all this like rocks and crap, and it was a very long wall, and so as it goes.
Mhm.
Anyways, you have to run and launch. And I am not a very powerful jumper or anything. So there was this wall that everyone, like, no one was going off of it. There was like one guy who did it, and then everyone was like, "Oh, this girl broke her leg last week doing that, and this one girl died." And anyways, and I saw a group of guys coming, and I was probably like 16. I was like, "I'm gonna go," and I just went and I launched myself so fucking far off that wall, and I missed it by like this much. There was a video.
Wow.
But it goes walk, and then it like straights off, so I didn't even touch anything, and I was like, "Oh, I made it," but.
Wow.
I probably should be in a wheelchair today. So
Yeah,
or
that's
maybe
that's
I died and I'm not really alive, and I'm just
that may be
like
true.
in a
I
virtual
think
reality.
that's.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
all
think
I-
I'm alive
Probably it.
either.
I
So-
just
I
think
think
maybe.
we're like the show I See Dead People, whatever that was.
Yeah, we're
That may be
Sixth
true.
Sensing it.
I feel like I'm the same. I feel too much pain probably to not be alive though. So
Oh wow.
we
Jeez.
used to jump off of these cliffs at a clay pit, and one
Mhm.
time, and we would just run and launch ourselves, right? And you had to make it to the water. One time I didn't make it to the water, and I
Mm.
landed in the mud, and I sunk up to like here, and I couldn't get out. I had to have people
Well, at
pull me
least
out.
two solid
Yeah, at least it
legs.
was mud. Yeah.
So when we went to training in AIT, I think Matt mentioned this. The guy who jumped off the thing and like broke his face open in a million pieces, and we had to
No.
we were able to like
Missed that
not
part.
we just
No.
watched a video about this. Like it's like basically how you get an airway, and it can save someone's life even if they're really messed up. If you can get an airway, and he was like his face was like Predator, or is that the movie I'm thinking of? Or
Yeah, that's
whatever.
terrible.
And but then it just had like a little tube so he could like breathe. And he had like done a backflip and hit concrete with his face. or
That's the
something,
worst
and
story I've ever heard in my entire life.
It was horrible.
That is a terrible story. And you know, I did a backflip off the side of the pool last week at a friend's house, and
Wow.
yeah, they said,
You're the coolest person I've ever met.
you know
That's
what?
that's
I-
we're adding that.
Uncle Rico.
We're adding that.
I'm adding that to my list of things. That's right. Yep, that's my list of
Backflip
brags.
last
Backflip.
week, by the
Mhm.
way.
That story when Greg's done.
If I try to do
No, I
backflip
don't.
today,
I was just, that was just a
Break.
brag to
yeah,
to be annoying.
and then that's the end of the story. I did
That
a
was it.
backflip.
Years and years and years ago, we were at Lake Claiborne before I had a place there,
Oh my
and
gosh.
we were on the boat, on a boat. So Aiden had a friend that was his age, and they were little boys. They were very young, and the mom was a single mom, but we knew her. She's like an accountant next door or something. I don't know how we knew her, but
Because she was safe.
we knew her. We knew the boy, Aiden's friends, and her parents had a place on Claiborne and had a boat. So we got invited to bring Aiden and go out on the boat with these people. Well, there's a little island in Claiborne. It's called Snake Island, and people dock there and they picnic there. And there's a tree where there used to be. It's not there anymore, but there was a tree that had a rope swing, and you would grab this rope swing, and it was tall. It was like a cliff, kind of like what you're talking about. And
Mhm.
you would swing out and then fall into the water. You've seen it in a million romantic movies, right? And it
Yeah.
always goes off like a flare. It's perfect.
Without a hitch. Yeah.
This girl,
Not-
come on, Mom, Dad, let's go to Snake Island. Let's read it. I mean, she was all about it. And she's around. She's a little younger than us, but she was an adult. So we get all right. So we get there. She races up that damn hill, and she's not exactly someone that's on American Ninja Warrior. Let's just say, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Picture that. She's more
Not
like
super.
the Stay Puft Marshmallow person.
She's like more likely to be on my 600-pound life.
Not that big, but more
Okay.
Stay Puft than American Ninja.
Marshmallow.
Soft.
Yeah.
So she goes up there. She grabs that. I mean, she doesn't let the wind hit her in the ass. She's on it. She gets that rope and slings out there, and she doesn't have
Oh,
enough.
this is a break.
She doesn't
Oh,
have
okay.
enough upper arm strength.
Yeah.
That rope I saw smoke coming
Oh,
off.
it will smoke. Oh yeah.
I don't. And then she
Oh.
went face down into the mud,
Oh, poor thing. No. Oh.
and it just went.
Yeah.
And how do you like?
Not
Because her
laugh.
parents are next to us, her little boy's in shock, and how does Darren Mealy hold it together?
No.
I was like,
I don't know.
No, you have to just laugh and be like, like,
Oh,
fuck that.
he got
I'm
up
out.
and tried it again.
Oh, she has wherewithal.
The
She's
same
perseverance.
exact thing. Man, I'm telling you, she'd been watching Hallmark movies and she just pictured herself slinging out in the middle of the lake.
Like she got stronger suddenly. Like she just,
It just
I-
didn't know
and
how
her
to.
hands were like burned.
No, I
Because
don't know
that
what's
hurts
worse.
so
The
bad.
hands, the flump,
Careful, Greg. I'm gonna Photoshop you doing something with that.
the embarrassment.
I'm good with Photoshop. Okay, so yeah, I mean that's my biggest fear is like a huge embarrassment like that, right? So,
Yeah,
anyways,
yeah.
that
So-
is really tragic. But I would
so-
just laugh and.
I just got news.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's
Good.
coming on the pod today.
No, bad news. Fitness
Oh, no.
guru Richard Simmons dies at 76.
Oh, I heard it was his birthday,
You mean
like
who you were
Saturday.
for-
Today's his birthday. Today's his
Well,
birthday, is it not?
I don't know if
I
this
think
is
it's
real.
today.
News.
You
I don't
heard
know
it
if-
here first. Richard
I don't know if
Simmons
that's
dead,
hell
but
yeah,
this will
we'll
be a
put
week
it out in a month.
after. So,
But
Hey.
my brother just texted me.
but he did die.
Well,
Hey,
I don't know.
So
True.
the reason
Well,
why
sometimes I say that, and that's
Let me
not
see.
true.
his birthday, he was born on July 12th. What is today? July 13th. His birthday was yesterday.
July
Yeah.
12th
Ooh, so he was.
yesterday.
So at some point he was like, "I'm gonna make it to my next birthday." And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
he
That's what
decided
my uncle
after
did.
that.
He died at 101.
I feel like people really can kind of sometimes determine it because Matt's grandmother, like, she found out she wasn't gonna be able to keep her foot, like she had diabetes, and she's like, "No, I'm not doing that," and she just
Yeah.
decided to die, and she died like a couple days later.
Yeah, that's what my grandfather did. He missed
weird.
he missed my grandma, and he said, I think I'm just going to go ahead and throw in the towel. I'm lonely.
Gosh,
And-
101, that is such a long life. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
only
long
33 right now. You guys are,
Yeah.
so you guys would be like about halfway.
Hey, so
Doesn't that exhaust you to think
yeah,
about
that's
that?
too exhausting. Hey, so
Like-
the reason why I brought up the thing, you guys talked about the guy with the face all. The reason why I brought up the backflip, really,
Oh.
it wasn't the end of the story.
Again, we're going to bring it up again.
No, the reason why I brought it up.
I'm so kidding. I'm sorry.
She's so mean. She's mean.
She is mean. You know what? And I kind of like it though. I think it's
I love
nice.
you guys.
I think
You
it's
know it.
nice.
Hey, I'm mean to you, but behind your back, I'm the nicest. I tell everybody how great you guys
You
are and how
know,
much I
no,
love
no,
you. So
you don't have
I'd be
to.
that friend. Okay.
You don't have to. You can be mean both ways, but just don't
No,
be
I don't
mean.
do that.
Don't be nice to me and then mean behind my back.
That's why I don't do that.
Hey,
You're right. I'd rather you be mean all the time
yeah,
than
yeah.
nice
yeah.
to me. And
So the
sorry,
reason why I
lie.
say something about the backflip though, I do the backflip. I do it maybe once a year, right? Go to the pool and I do a backflip. I only do it to see if I'm old, right?
Mhm.
Because the day that I smash my face on the concrete or whatever
Yeah,
happens,
that's how you know.
that will be the last one I do.
Yeah, well,
And
yeah,
yeah, it will be the last
So,
one I do. And
the
then
thing
I'll know
about
that I'm
that,
old. And
is
my
that
millennial
you're
friends that
gonna
were
find
there.
out.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm
go
be
ahead.
a hospital months or
You're
I
gonna find
know.
out, and while you're drowning is the scary part about that. But continue, please.
There were adults there. They would have pulled me out. That's how I guess that's how I determine if I'm old or not, is
Yeah.
whether that
I
happens.
think I was born old.
I get it.
Benjamin Button. You're Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
I think that,
Yeah.
so, okay, I think that my brother-in-law does that because he was like a gymnast and growing up or whatever. And every year on his birthday, he does like
Mhm.
a backflip, but he does it like on the ground.
Yeah.
Which to me is just so terrifying. Like
Terrifying.
the thought of jumping that, I don't have a great vertical. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Terrifying.
Just the thought of having to do all of that in that little bit of time.
Yeah, but your long jump is good if you're jumping over a cliff.
I think
Yeah.
like adrenaline took over and
Yeah,
I
for sure.
somehow, because I don't know, but you'll
Yes,
do
but I'm
anything.
surprised you're not better at that because you're compact. I mean, it's not
Strong
like you're the
legs.
I
long,
have a lot of
lanky,
power. I just don't have like that explosive
and you do
power.
Yeah.
have
like that.
power. You're compact and you have power. Now, if you were Randy Johnson, the pitcher, he's 7'4". That's difficult. It's so much leg.
And look, I don't really know why I've never had but maybe I just haven't learned how. Like no one really taught me how to jump really well. I don't know.
That's
That
funny.
sounds stupid.
What
but-
if you went on a job interview that you're psyched up and like, this is it. This is the job I need to have. And they said, you have to do a backflip before we can hire you.
I learned how to do backflip. 100% I would. I'm that like if I have to
You
learn
figure it out.
something or I'm gonna figure it out. Oh yeah, I'll do it.
But on the spot.
I need a reason. Oh, I would probably try. Yeah, I'd
No,
probably
you
try. I would
would.
hope they would give me some sort of trampoline. I mean,
No.
or if not, then they're paying for my medical bills.
Like this like you're a
I can do
baseball.
pull-ups. I could still do 5 or 6 pull-ups in a row. Like yes, I can. I'm gonna video it. I'm gonna send it.
So what?
Okay, I thought you were doubting me.
It did sound like
I
No,
am
what?
not as strong as I used to be. However, I used to be able to do lots of pull-ups. It's just something most women can't do. I don't know. I have a large, hefty back, a broad back, which is what every man wants in their female.
Look, you know what? Aiden's girlfriend is moving today. They need a large, hefty back. And then I know another gal that's moving next Friday. They both need large, hefty backs.
Like sturdy is a good word for me. I would say that I've always been described not like delicate, not fragile, but like
large,
sturdy, hefty
backs.
Sturdy as a goat is what my dad used to call me. So
sturdy as a goat.
Sturdy as a goat. Sturdy.
I like that.
Sturdy.
Dirty or sturdy?
Sturdy. Both. No, I'm just kidding. Sturdy.
Sturdy. Yeah. So hey, I'm gonna start a band called No Hungry Children. Would you guys be interested in joining? We're gonna do beach songs in metal.
I will play the triangle.
Heavy metal beach songs. Yeah. Hey, so
heavy metal beach.
Speaking of your dad, I was thinking we could do a discussion about generationally how people relate to their parents. Yeah. Do you want to?
Oh, this is gonna make us all cry. I don't think that's a good. No, I'm just kidding. I would love to talk about that because I have opinions about boomers and how they do it, and then I'm curious what you guys think about Gen Z. And then Gen Z, I feel like you're still.
Let's talk about it.
Baby.
And we're from 3 very different backgrounds.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yet you and I have kind of similar stories, with your mom lived very close to you. What our moms have the same name, first of all, Carol and Sue.
Yeah, right.
Weird.
No, I'm talking about growing. I thought you were talking about how we were raised.
No,
or just
how you
now,
care for
today.
them now. So your
extended
mom was
family.
Yeah, how you care for them. And now your mom lives with your sister, who's in the kind of the same Gen X time frame.
100%. And when I was young, my grandmother lived with us. And
she did. Your grandmother, Granny. Yeah.
Nanny. It's Nanny.
Nanny, yeah, Nanny. Mm-hmm, Nanny, that's right.
I heard about that a lot, from my friends growing up, that they had their grandmother that lived with them, or I know that my grandmother's mother lived with them. That was always a very big thing. Did you ever bring your mom in and be like, okay, come with us? I think
it's almost more of a California thing because it's so expensive to live in California. You have multi-generations in houses because
that's true.
A house is $4 million, a regular house. So
it can be cultural too, because there were a lot of Indian families on our street in Arkansas, and they all lived.
Hispanics too.
I didn't, not all, but there were a few that lived multiple generations. There were 12 cars outside that house. I mean, and they would just go in and out all day.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if it works for you, to me that's free childcare. That sounds great.
There's city codes, so you can't have too many people in a house.
Yeah, well, I think though that the different nationalities definitely are different though, because I think Hispanic, just the culture, they do care for their family. It's interesting how when I travel to see Mariana's family, let's stay in a hotel so we don't bother them, and that's so offensive to them, right?
And why does that offend people? Because I'm I don't mind that. That doesn't bother me at all, and I would love to not. Yeah, we're just stuffy white people. What?
Yeah.
I'm white, and I offend my family if I want to stay at a hotel room. So it does. Greg, to be fair, Matt's parents are the same way. We don't have a relationship with my parents. I cut my parents. They cannot be around my family. But my husband has really great parents that, are very supportive of him and love him very much. And me by proxy, and my children. And they've been really nice to us and great to visit and all that. But
we've gone to visit them like weeks after they moved to their new house when they moved to Oklahoma City. And I don't know, it felt kind of rude to come and just like drop in at their house when they literally had just moved. And so we got an Airbnb, and I probably couldn't have offended them more if I had just like cussed right in their faces.
Yeah,
like they thought that we were like the most ungrateful, entitled people in the world. Yeah. And then, over the years, when we were younger, obviously we didn't have like a ton of money, but we were always like willing to pay our way as far as like, okay, if we need to, we always wanted to have our own space. Like, and if you don't have that space for us, that's totally okay. We're going to get that space for us and we'll pay for it. But what kept happening, because we got married so young and we had kids so young, we'd be like relegated to like the futon or like the, and we have 3 kids or 2 or 1 at the time, whatever it was.
Same thing.
And then like the single daughter would like have her boyfriend, and they would have like this big fancy room with like an extra bathroom and everything. And we would be relegated to like this little futon. And it's like, you can't complain because you're getting it for free. But if you stay somewhere else, you're going to offend everybody.
Yeah, it's a problem.
But we weren't even in like the main house. We'd be like in like the cousin's house. Like it's not, we were always treated like, you guys get to sit at the kiddie table. And then this is where all the adults and like the older people get.
And the answer to that is family's a problem. Too much family. It's a problem.
Yeah. It is.
I also think that that really you have to take care of your 4 walls, right? So if your family is going to be more comfortable, you don't have to worry about what other people think. You just do what's good for your family,
but
right?
It's drama. The thing.
It's drama.
You got to
drama
with it.
every time.
And they also feel like they can speak into anything they hear, right? So like if we go and stay with his parents, and like it was such bad timing, and we are so lucky that we have not really had to ask them for anything. We've not had to depend on our parents for anything. The military was so good for us, and we've always been like, okay, we'll buckle down and just save, or you know what I mean? So they've been very supportive, but we haven't had to depend on them monetarily. We were over there just recently, we were doing our move, and our car has been this like powerhouse car, no problems, until we get to Oklahoma City, and it like crapped out our what is it? It's
transmission.
Transmission went out, which is an expensive repair, and it takes a while. And we were like trying to get back for the movers. It was a whole thing. Of course, that's happening with his parents right there, and they're like, "What's going on? How's that going to go? How much is it going to cost you? Why are you doing this? Are you going to do that? You should try this." And it was just like, and Matt and I are both very much, we didn't have a wedding. We didn't get married. We didn't tell them, either his parents or my parents, before we got married, because
that's
we don't like
too.
anyone. Well, it was, but look, we started our marriage out. We don't want anyone speaking into this. Like, this is for us. We have to live with each other every day. We have to raise these kids.
Family's getting involved.
Well, they try, but so.
And it makes me crazy. And here's the thing. I've got a situation like in California. I've got a lot of family, and I go and, I'll speak to this. So there's a couple of cousins that I have, and they used to all live in the same town. But now they don't. But so I was very set up comfortable at this one cousin's house. Okay. But the other cousin, you have to come stay with us. You have to come stay. Well, guess what? We get over there. It's upstairs. It's in August. It's one of the 2 weeks that's hot and humid in San Diego.
They're hoarders. Like, it's
no, but it's not comfortable. Piper's sick. It's hot as hell. You can't. It's just like, really? Why did I have to come over here to satisfy your need? Yeah. Because Darren, he stayed over here. You know what I mean? It's just like, gosh, damn.
Yeah. Because it'll be a problem if you don't. And then you're like, there's an Airbnb down the street for $600, and I would be so comfortable.
I haven't anywhere since. I will go into a hotel. I've had to take control of my life because that was terrible.
Yeah. Yes. And
but it is
my kids being sick, and it's hot. And
yeah.
Yeah.
If you're traveling with somebody, remember you had the whole issue with Dolphin Island.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That
that was a
you
good
know
one.
when you're traveling with someone, and
That's a,
I always yeah I always suggest that you, at least if you're traveling together, that you stay separately. When we went to Nashville, it was great. We didn't pressure each other. If you didn't want to go to breakfast, you didn't go to breakfast. If you didn't want to go out, you didn't go out. Whoever wanted to go, go. You just text, say, hey, we're going. It worked out great, right? We were all in Nashville at the same time. It worked out great. But if you stay in the same room or the same house with people, I mean, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Or even if you stay in the same house, you got to make sure that it has equal kind of setup for everybody, because it sucks when you pay just the same amount as somebody else and they get a better room and they have their own bathroom. You've got to share with like
Agreed.
kids or something.
Agreed.
Or you at least need to have your own separate area that you can get away, and it's neutral territory at that point, because it's
Yeah.
like we've shared Airbnbs with my in-laws where it's like, this is neutral ground. This isn't your house. This isn't my house. Like this is, you know what I mean? So,
no, I know, but that wasn't the problem.
yeah.
No, I
The
know.
way you handle the better room is whoever gets there first. So it was a race to whoever got there first. And then
Yeah.
like me, if I got there, I would go to the better room and I'd go to the bathroom. And the other
Just
wife would
dump
be
it
like,
out
I'm
and make
out. I
it
don't want
so.
any part of
I'm
it.
not, yeah.
So
That
that's
would
how I
work.
handled it. And the husband would do the same thing. So that's fine. That's
That is such a primal like territory marking.
and
Like
it was fun because I remember they
feet
got
all over the floor.
I remember, and it might have been that trip. They had a trailer and they were carrying a kayak or something, and they got stuck because of the stupid trailer. And I zipped by them in my smaller vehicle.
You're like,
no, and it was all of
roll
that
down the window.
in the bathroom when I got there, and that was actually the most fun.
How do you even time that?
That's the
How can you
most.
even time that?
That was
You're like
the
holding it
funnest
all
part.
day, so you just take a nasty dump.
And here's the thing. We
He's like
didn't leave at the
hurting
same time
yourself.
from the same house. It just happenstance. We're close. So that's
Right.
handled. That wasn't the issue.
No, I'm asking, how do you time your bowels to do that right when you get there? Like, how do you know
I control
that
I control my body.
You really? I don't have that
There's
much. I
only
mean,
really
I
one
don't.
thing I can't control very well, but everything else I can control.
Oh Lord. But
So anyway, that wasn't the problem. The living room and the TV being on a particular thing. We had kids. They were friends. They controlled that. Nobody's there to watch TV. It was, and honestly, you know what? I broke the commandment. It's my fault. So what Greg just talked about, but I own it. When I screw something up, I'm going to own it. Greg talked about the trip to Nashville that I went with Greg and Mari and another couple, and he's right. It was great to a degree. The thing I messed up on is I was bored all week. I don't like sitting on a beach and not having the place was the problem. You go to Destin, there's water parks, there's shopping, there's bars with live
Go-kart
music.
park.
There's stuff to do.
yeah.
Dolphin Island is hell on earth. There's nothing there. Okay.
Yeah.
That's our
So
sponsor this week, by the way.
Oh yeah.
so at the end of the week,
Ballpark hot dogs?
we all went to dinner, and I was just going crazy. I go crazy. I lose my mind if
Yeah.
it's too settled.
Boring. Yeah.
So we went out to eat. None of that was a problem. And the little waiter said, "Oh, this weekend is like this is right when we're leaving, but it's the beginning of the fish rodeo that they have. So 40,000 partying ass fishermen and spouses come to this island and really rip, roar, and go." And he told us this at dinner that night. And I was like, "Oh my God, this is going to save the vacation." So I had it in my head. The kids are old enough. They can be left at the house, and we're going to go to Carlos and Charlie's or what. Sure as hell wasn't Carlos and Charlie's, but it was someplace. And
We went there in Mexico, though. Sorry.
It wasn't Carlos and Charlie's. It was Carlos's. So,
I'm
so
lost.
anyway, we go to dinner and blah, blah, blah. And the wife's like, "My stomach starting to bother me. I don't think I'm going to go out." So I should have just let it be and them not want to go and me go. But I got pissed off. I wanted us all to go and have a good time, but that was me forcing them to go. And that was my fit.
Yeah.
So I'm in the wrong.
So it's different when it's friends. I agree, because when it's friends, it's like whoever gets there first, we all paid half, so like everyone gets to just
None of that was a
fine.
problem.
But when it comes to family, it's different. And it maybe not for you guys, but
Right.
like in Matt's family, for example. Now my family would have been more of like the whoever gets there first, like like, you know,
Right.
pushing people out of the way to get there. But like for Matt's
To take
family,
it
there
down.
is a very, very definitive like hierarchy and seniority. It is.
Yeah, that's horseshit.
I mean, it started from the day someone's born, and it carries with them for the entirety of their life, not dependent on any of their choices. It is like these are the people, and it's not necessarily an age thing. It is like a firstborn in each family definitely has priority over the secondborn. That's 100% true. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a very clear dynamic. And so some people are like treated like so well, and everything they do, it's like, even if they go through like something horrible, like they did something really bad, or they like went through a divorce or something, it's like, oh, it was so not their fault, and it was so like that could happen to anyone. And then something else that the other one does, like the second born in the family, is like, well, even if it was good, it was only because was making
Yeah,
up for
she looked
this. It's
into
like,
it.
yeah. So it's just, there is a seniority, there's a hierarchy. And so like if you are at the bottom of the totem pole, which apparently we are at the bottom of the totem pole, probably because we didn't have a wedding, we get relegated to the cat futon that has 9 cats on it. So.
Well, I've
Airbnb, take care of yourself.
not ran into
and that was a big move from us, that we had to do that, and it was a very offensive thing, but now they just understand that that's
Yeah.
So I've not really ever had to deal with that too much. Usually if I show up from out of town, like whoever, they're putting their self out to sleep on the cat futon and give me the better room. So maybe I'm the hierarchy. Maybe I'm oblivious to this problem. Now I will say this, age does matter. So like our kids are adults, but our kids are going to be on the couch because they're kids versus,
of course, yeah.
versus us. So I've never usually
No, and
accommodations
when
are
people have come to town, so like when I grew up, we didn't have a guest room. Like we didn't even have our own rooms. Like I shared a bed with my sister. I was like 12.
Me too.
So we didn't have a guest room. So my parents would put themselves out and go like that. They had the decency to do that, right? Like, okay, if grandma's coming to town, they're going to sleep in our bed. Well, we've offered that to, and Matt is like, thinks that's a weird concept. I'm like, yeah, because you had guest room. You probably had like 3 guest rooms going up. Like you never had to do that, right? But I'm like, okay, and if not our bedroom, then Kylie, we got her a queen bed for that purpose. And it's a very comfortable room.
Yeah.
But they told us when we were moving out here, they're like, you need it. We had a 4-bedroom house, and now we have like an 8-bedroom house. I don't know how, like 7 technically, but this is a bedroom, has a closet. It's my office. There is not a place you could put a bed in this room where you could open a door and like not block every window. It's just too tiny. And so it's not super conducive to that. But it was kind of like when we were leaving, they were like, yeah, you really should have like a house where we can have a designated like bedroom setup for a guest setup. And I'm like, we have 3 kids and they are crazy and we each work from home. How are we going to, like, that's a ridiculous request to just have a permanent guest.
That's a ridiculous request.
That's very common.
No, it's the tenacity, or it's the idea, like the audacity for someone to think like, oh yeah, this is going to be an unused space in our house when we, honestly, it's kind of precious space, right? When you have all that going on, especially now. But like, I'm happy to take everything out of Kylie's room when they come and move it to another room.
Yeah.
Like the playroom or whatever, to make it seem like that's her room permanently. And this is like a totally free guest space that we just keep on the down. Like,
are you
just
serious?
Reserved. I'm willing to do that.
Don't worry about it.
Well, I know, but it's like it makes them so uncomfortable and they don't want to stay as long.
But let me ask you this.
That we go down.
When I come watch the Wolfpack play, where am I staying?
Oh, that's the thing, is that anybody will have a place to stay in my house. I'm happy to host. I love having people in my house.
Yeah.
But they might have to like have my daughter's dress hanging in the corner of the closet. It's not that big of a deal.
we
I'm not.
put him in Anna's room.
I'm not coming.
Yeah.
I'm not
How
staying
dare
in that.
you?
But I know, but she has her own bathroom. Like I can
Yeah.
make it up for a guest to
Yeah.
stay for 2 weeks. And Kylie does not care. She is so cool about it.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, whatever.
Same with my daughter.
So
That's where they put her.
you know,
Yeah.
and if they're not gonna, or they could stay in I'm totally okay to move rooms for a few
I
days.
want
You know
y'all's
what I
room.
mean? Yeah, you want the king bed and the master suite and yeah.
Mm.
Yes,
And there is a bidet in there, so yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
really? You have a bidet?
There's- we do. I mean, we're
Wow.
so classy. We
You
live
have
on
a
the
love toilet?
what is that?
It's like a double toilet that sits and where you face each other and you're both sitting. You've never seen
No.
a love toilet before?
I would never do that.
No, me
There's no
either.
one in the world that I would do that with.
No. Nope. Out.
Never.
Nope.
But that's your dare. Since I beat you at that game, you beat me, didn't you?
No,
I
you
don't-
did beat me because you got the
No,
Sacramento
you
River.
got Sacramento and you got them both,
Oh,
the
so I
Sacramento
gotta
and
come up with a
American.
dare? Okay.
Because I
I'm
said
gonna
the
think of a
Mexican, but you
really
know
good-
what? That's pretty damn close. If I'd have just thought and said American, I would have tied her again. I just thought
Yeah,
of
you
that.
would
Well,
have
I already
tied her,
said
yeah.
American.
Yeah.
You can't say
I said
American
Mexican.
if I said
And then I said the new.
Mexican. The new.
There is a new
What?
river in
Yeah,
Centro.
yeah.
It's the. Let me tell you about the new river real quick, so you can do a hashtag. The
Oh,
new
okay.
river
Yeah.
is the
How do
only
you do?
river in North
Okay.
America that flows north, and the
Hmm.
sewage from Mexicali, which is a multi-million people city, gets dumped into the new river, and it runs north into America, into Imperial Valley.
What is the like
Really?
symbol? I want to hear like your symbolism for that. Like, what is the equivalent of that? That's like
What do you mean?
I don't know. I'm just thinking that's like America's enema.
It's bad. It's horrible, and
That's like a big F you to America.
and
It's like
it's just a natural thing. It's not meant by.
Well, why are they putting the wastewater in there?
Well, you got to put it somewhere.
In the rivers? Do you put it in rivers?
Well, hell, if it's headed to
Can't you bury
America,
it?
why not?
Can you burn it or
I'd
bury
have done
it?
the
Or
same
something?
damn thing.
That's what.
What if people? What
That's
happens
what
to
I
all
think
the
that's what
shit?
she's saying.
What happens to all the shit that people?
Yeah,
Where does that go?
Do you know what? I mean,
No,
I know. I don't think
I
you want
don't.
to know.
What happens to it?
They treat it
So-
and it goes back into the water, and you
so
drink it.
that what and that so it
What?
you know what they could do with it. So it becomes. So they do treat the
What?
water. They treat the water and then they dump the water back in the river.
Treat
Yes.
it. Treat,
Or the
what
lake.
is treat?
They treat the water like they put chemicals in it, whatever, and then
They
they
run it through-
run it through this thing, and then
over the
they put it back in the
concrete
river to drunk.
No, really? But okay, fine.
But-
They treat the water, but what happens
Okay,
to the
so the
remaining
rest of that
shit?
stuff, they I don't know if you've ever seen, they burn it off, right? They burn the methane gas off that comes off of it.
I'm so photoshopping.
They burn the methane gas off of it. You know what they could do with that methane gas, though? they they could use it for to make hydrogen for hydrogen fuel cells.
Oh wow.
But
We're getting bored
I want one
now.
of
I
those
wonder
cars.
what happens to the because what I'm picturing is like when you do a juicer, like Jack LaLanne, you have like the juicer and you
Yeah.
have like all the juices out, you got the pulp now.
Yeah.
What do you do with that?
yeah,
I
Yeah,
have,
What happens to it?
and you're
what do
not
they
going to
do?
believe it, but it's a true story. I just told the story like
Oh,
last couple
okay.
weeks.
No, I want to know.
'Cause
Yeah.
I work for a municipality now, and we kind of, dabble in all
Hands
these
dirty,
different things.
dabble in shit.
Not
Mhm.
directly, but there are people connected to our office that actually do. So,
Actually do.
true story. Years ago, my in-laws' house, they live in town, but their sewer line corroded over the years. It's an old antebellum house. So it was going to be cheaper for them to put a septic tank in at their house in the city, which they got a variance for, versus running a sewer line to the sewer. So they opted with the septic tank. So
Mhm.
it's not a thing here in Arkansas because I've mentioned it a few times and they don't know what it is, but it's something called a MODAD. So it's a particular kind of septic tank So your wastewater goes into this concrete box, right? And there's three.
Like under your house or on your
It's
property
underground.
somewhere.
It's underground.
Okay.
So it's this big concrete box, and it's got ballasts in it. So there's three different sections. So it goes into this one, and then the water fills up, and so the waste stays at the bottom of the first one. Then it flows over to the next one, and then it fills up. That cleans it a little bit more. Oh, I know what it is. There's a motor on it. There's a motor on top of it, and it kind of stimulates the middle ballast, I think. And then it flows over to the third one. And then once that gets full, it shoots off to a sprinkler system. And the sprinklers go off and it waters your yard, right?
That's what I have.
And the
And
company says
fertilizer.
Says the water is 99.9% clean. How? I have no idea. But they say it is.
No.
Right?
Hold
on. So there was one warm August afternoon in Webster Parish, and my father-in-law had all these, I called it goon labor, but it was just all these dudes. He had a lot of fencing and weeds and stuff growing in it, and with brush hooks. You know what a brush hook is? Like a sickle but shorter. And they were cutting all the brush off of the fence. And they started first thing in the morning, and I came over late in the day, and I was like, "Where's all the guys?" He's like, I don't know. I haven't seen them all day. They haven't come in for anything. I'm worried about them. Well, finally they come in, and Richard's like, "Well, what have you guys been doing? It's 100 degrees out here. What have you done?" "Oh man, the sprinkler come on every once in a while, and we get us a good old cold drink of water out of that." True story.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
True story.
Shit water. You should have to have a sign. That's horrible.
In a million years, he never thought that anybody would
try to drink out of that. I mean, but honestly, like, even if your kids are going to go play in the sprinkler, I don't know. That seems...
It's way off. It's way in the back. It's back where they were cutting brush. That's...
Oh my
dude,
God.
I don't know. Well, my lake house, I have...
And they all died immediately.
I have the same thing at the lake house, but instead of a sprinkler, it goes into a pipe and just runs into the lake. Everybody has that. That's what everybody does.
So when you're swimming in the lake, there's poo in the lake?
I think it's the water part of the poo. The poo stays in the poo stays in the tank, and then somebody comes and gets it.
That explains some of the smell of some of these lakes.
Enzymes, and the enzymes eat it.
Yeah, but
so look, when we lived in Arkansas, all the water from Arkansas you drink or in that area comes from
Beaver Lake.
Right? Okay. People died in that lake like all the time. People would just die in the lake, and then they would find bodies and stuff. And I'm sure fish die and all sorts of things die in there. Beavers, fish whatever. Poo. Yeah. And we're just drinking that water. So I always did kind of question that. I get it. We're treating it and all of that. I don't know. It scares me a little.
Chlorine in it.
Good. So we're drinking chlorine.
But you will. Well, yeah, that's what kills wrong. So every once in a while, you should get a letter. You should get a letter from somebody saying what all's in the water. Microorganisms, and one of them's E. coli, and there's a certain percentage of E. coli in the water, and that's
allowance.
And PFAS.
That's gross. Oh my god!
Yeah.
So you just really can't think about it.
That's
much.
No, you can't think about it.
Well, when we were in Charleston, they were saying how they used to like throw the dead bodies in the marshes and stuff, and I was like, that must have stunk so bad to just be walking by, and there's all these mosquitoes and bugs out there, like, oh. Gosh.
Yeah, that's not my spot. I don't want any part of that.
No.
And you were in Charleston?
Yeah.
I've been to Charleston once. I've been to Paris Island. I've been to Buford. I've been
we stayed on Folly Beach for the most part, which is like the party beach.
For Alabama.
Then we went to Sullivan's Island and Sullivan's Beach, and we were hunting, and we found hermit crabs, and we found one that was like this big. It was awesome.
So I thought Sullivan's Beach was a movie where there was a giant and a lot of little people. Gulliver's Travels.
Gulliver's Travels.
That's what I'm thinking of. Why do I have him on the beach?
I don't know.
All right, so
Sullivan's Island.
So we're about to time. Do you guys want to do a word game today?
Yeah, I want to be
We
able to
did
dare
it.
Darren
Okay,
twice.
so before we do the word game, I want to talk about the topic we're going to do next time, which is generational nudity.
I'm gonna come prepared and researched.
I don't know what this
Okay.
means.
Generational nudity, like how people. I feel like this is gonna be good. What people think is good nudity, like right? Like what people think is okay, like in the
Yeah.
50s.
I thought it was
Yeah.
like what's it a movie? Like in the 80s and 90s, we were grasping for
Yes.
nudity and liked every bit of it, but I don't think you see that much anymore.
Yeah, that's part of it. That's part of the thing.
Yeah, we
And
really prude it out
Like
lately.
Porky's
So
best movie ever.
well, I think with just so much nudity and that kind of thing, that now we're just, I don't know. Wait, let's talk about it next
we'll
time.
talk about it next time.
Let's-
We're
I
gonna
feel like
talk.
there's
We're gonna talk
not
about it.
nudity now.
Let's talk about it next
Well,
time. I think that's
I'll
part
come
of
research.
it. Yeah.
Let's do a debate. We'll do it debate style, where it's like we have to have our like argument. I'm gonna.
Okay, that sounds
Now
interesting.
that's going to be
Okay.
the next by ourselves. If I can
Yeah,
pull
yeah,
one
yeah.
of the bodies out of
That's
the
a dare. My dare for you is when we do the nudity talk, that you have to be completely naked. We don't have to see everything, but we'll just know.
Who
Well, how about
is
we'll do the
You,
toga.
Darren, because you're
me? Okay, how about all of us be naked?
Okay,
No,
the next
'cause
one's toga.
I'll do. This is where the hold on. I'll be like
Yeah,
this.
that's fine.
The the next one's toga.
Can I say something about nudity?
Toga.
I started watching The Bachelorette last Monday, I guess, and one of the guys showed up in a hospital gown with no back. He had nothing on,
That's
and his
nice.
butt was hanging out, right? And he had wrapping all over his face. He had a whole. It's all about getting her attention, right?
Getting our attention.
But
yeah.
he would sit down on one of the couches, and then he'd get up, and another guy sit down. He's like, "Dude, his raw ass was right there," and everybody's like, "Oh no!" So what are we
Oh
gonna
my
sit on if we're all naked? I'm sitting in
No.
a yellow chair. That's not going to work unless I get a little,
A little what?
Let's
a little sick.
A towel? You need a towel? I know a place you can get a towel. $21. It comes with other things.
$21. I have a paper.
I don't have any
surprises
money.
me that you'd never heard of Boys Town, Darren. That surprises me.
I think
It surprises me that you went
but
and you didn't actually partake.
I think I've heard of it.
Oh, that does not surprise you. Don't
Thing.
say that.
Yes, so surprising.
No.
I think
How could you resist that? That's like so fun. It's like a fun time.
That
No,
sounds-
I would never do that. I would never, ever do that. I've never even had a one night stand. I mean, that's not. I'm just not. No.
Just not that type of guy. Well, I
No.
mean, come on.
never been able to get a
Darren's like,
one night stand.
you guys always are such big talkers about all that stuff. You're like, oh, I dated 21 right in a row.
Well, that's not a big talker. I'm showing how much that I was attracted to redheads. Is all that was. And do you know why?
We'll have this. You know what? We need to unpack this, and I really think we should spend a whole episode doing that.
On the redheads?
Let's do our word game,
Okay.
and then
Yeah, we'll come back to redheads.
unpacking
I'll
this
tell you real
whole
quick,
topic.
I didn't know
Boys
red.
Town.
I didn't know red was an option for hair when I was growing up. I've lived on the border of Mexico, so everybody was dark, right? There was a country song that said brunettes and blondes and redheads. I remember some kind of song, and I always wondered what do they mean by redhead. Well, then I moved to Texas. There's redheads, and I saw them, and I thought, oh my god, that's so
They
unique.
didn't scare you?
It was like
That's
an alien.
interesting. Yeah, that's what a lot of people compare them to.
Well, they are a little alien-esque, but honestly, I like a challenge, and they're exciting, and so
No,
that's all. I
there's
didn't,
very
I didn't know what a redhead
beautiful
was
redheads.
until I was 12 or 13 years old.
Mhm.
Didn't know existed. So that's
Yeah,
part of it.
okay. What is this word game that we have?
By the way, I saw your some post you did that said angle matters. It was interesting.
Oh yeah. Why is it interesting?
It does
Just like
matter.
Pictures of my face.
Yeah. No, because it does matter.
Angles matter.
You look so different from one angle versus the other.
It's true. I definitely have big changes in my like
Yeah.
I'm like I can change my appearance very.
Well, I won't recognize you.
In that
Yeah,
toga,
you wouldn't.
Darren's not going to recognize you in toga.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Look at
First
my
word.
ass. Dude, we're going all nude.
The first.
I think
The first
we'll
word.
just see
Is,
what happens.
You know what?
the first
Let's
word
do
is.
that, and then we can call it the nudity whatever, and then we'll get 4,000.
I wonder,
So many views.
I wonder if Angie wants to come on that
I mean,
one.
I'll do anything for some views. No, I'm just
Angie, the
but
girl from
maybe.
Florida, red car, the one we borrowed, the bus girl. Yeah,
Now that we're
Angie.
talking about
For that.
nakedness,
Mhm.
let's do it.
Angie. Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
bring Angie on.
smishing.
Tell our guests it's a nude episode,
I'm
and
open.
then we'll show
I'm
up.
available every single
What?
day.
Smishing. The word is smishing.
Smishing?
SMISHING.
Wait. SMISHING. Okay.
Okay. Darren, you want to go first or me?
Who's going
No, it's Darren
first
or
on
me.
this?
It's Darren or me. Darren, you want to go first or me?
I'm drawing a blank.
Okay, I'm gonna go. It's fishing in a small house. Have you guys ever seen it like a fish house where you can go to the dock and you can fish right out of the in this little
You're talking about
house?
like ice fishing?
No. Here in
Oh.
Texas, you can go to any lake or 3 or 4 different lakes, and they
Mhm.
have a small house where they feed the fish. You can go in there and fish, and you pay like $10,
Okay.
and you can catch all the fish you want, right?
I didn't know
Mhm.
that existed. That
Yeah,
sounds like a
dude.
hatch.
Yeah, well, it's not a hatchery, but you catch fish. It's a fish house.
Okay.
And I think when
So
you're
it's
fishing inside
small
a fish
house
house, yeah,
fishing.
it's
Okay.
smishing. Yeah, that's
That's
what I'm
my
going with.
question.
Mishy.
Okay, Darren, you're up.
Maybe it's something being like fishy, like something's at not quite right. Something's kind of fishy, but in a smishy.
In a smelly kind of way.
Ewy.
No, I don't mean it like that. I mean like a suspect. Someone's being kind of acting suspect.
Okay.
But wait,
Okay, so
I'm not finished.
suspicious. Oh,
I'm trying to get the smish part of it.
but wait, there's more. What? What's the smish? What's the ish that's happening?
I can't come up with anything.
I can't do it. Okay. I'm gonna go.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I think
Hard.
it is when you give your cat a boop on the nose and you're like, smish.
That's cute.
It's just like the
I hope
little.
it's that.
Or maybe it's like when you, or maybe it's either that or it's if you just grab someone like just right by here and they're like smishing them.
Interesting.
I just feel
The
like
cat thing's cute. I like that.
right on their gullet. You just grab that big chunk of fat under their chin and you just, and if that's not a thing, I think we should start that.
Mm-hmm.
Smish everyone.
Better
If they're
than-
being rude,
better
you
than
just
a
smish
handshake.
them. It's like,
Hi, how are you? It's nice
really
to meet
grab
you.
it.
You're mad at me.
Really grab it and you just shake it a little
Like
bit.
shut
Okay,
your
go.
ass.
Just like I'm
Whore
gonna
mouth.
smish you.
Shut your whore
Okay.
mouth. That's what it is.
Mhm.
It's shut your whore mouth. That's the definition.
Yeah.
Smish-
Or
Okay.
yeah, if you really want them to shut, you just take their lips and you.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Darren, Jasmine, Greg. Okay, it's a noun. It's the practice of sending text messages to someone in order to trick the person into revealing personal or confidential information which can be used for criminal purposes.
Oh, I get those all the time. People are like,
Mission.
that makes sense. I get those all the time. I get people who are like, hello. And then I'm like, not going to respond because I feel like they're going to be like, what's your name? Or I don't know.
Yeah,
just
I
just
get
feel
those
suspicious.
too, like kind of flirty out of nowhere. I have no idea who these people are.
Or Matt got one the other day that was like, hey, it's Glenn from the party. Do you have any pictures of the fireworks? And Matt's like, what? I didn't go anywhere with it.
What
Yeah.
does that mean? That's weird.
Yeah.
That's definitely
I
one.
know.
Okay, so the next word is
So that's the government getting to you, the cops?
No,
No,
it's like
it's
scammers.
scammers.
It's people who's trying to get your
text
information. so they
scammers
can-
text you to say, "Hey,
They can do anything with your-
FedEx package didn't deliver because it click on this link and we'll get it to you."
Yeah, it's like, oh, thanks, you have my number, but you can't. You don't know how to get my address. Like I don't know. That's always some really suspicious thing. Or USPS will they'll send it to.
Nick, the next
And
one
it's always like a 707.
Yeah.
Numbers.
Or mine's
Very good.
The next one is NYCTINASTY. Nick Tenacity? Nick Tenacity? I don't know. NYCTINASTY. Nick Tenacity.
NYCT.
INASTY. Nick Tenacity. Or Nick Tenacity. or Nick
Okay,
Tenacity.
wait. I'm gonna write this down. What was it?
NY
NYCTIN
ASTY.
ASTY. Okay, something. Okay, I think I know.
You want to go first,
These
Darren, or me?
are brutal, dude.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
kind
No,
of
he
brutal.
went real deep with these ones. Okay, go ahead.
You want to go first or me, Darren?
go first.
Me or you? I didn't hear you.
You.
Me. Okay.
Greg Hunt will go first.
I think
But
Nick Tenacity. Maybe Nick. It starts with like New York City. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with it's New York City energy. Like I'm gonna party like Nick Tenacity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
so like Nick
Okay.
tonight, Mac
Nick at
tonight.
night. Nick.
It's
So
like
Mac tonight.
I'm gonna party with New York City
Nick at night.
tenacity. You know, New York tenacity.
Oh, you're thinking it's saying tenacity. That's interesting. Okay.
Okay, you're saying you have tenacity like a New Yorker, basically.
Yeah,
you have
like I'm
New York tenacity.
yeah.
That's what you're
Energy,
saying.
New York energy, yeah. New York City energy, yeah.
I like that. I don't want to steal that because I was not thinking that at all. So if I acted like that was what I was thinking,
I mean, that would be like
it'd be why.
such a. If this is slang, which it kind of sounds slangy, it just seems like that's an interesting word to choose. Like tenacity. That's so old timer.
I think it deals with the channel Nickelodeon. I think it has, you know what I think it is? It's a word for all the people in that channel, Nick at Night, Nickelodeon, sorry, that were such mully grubbers and grabbed onto girls and boys and
Nick
scandalous.
Oh, it's
I
what is that guy's name?
To deal with
traitor.
the
What was
bad
his name?
Jew that was going on with.
Yeah, the guy who like was all creepy with Amanda
That
Bynes
is
and
so
Drake
not
Bell and
it,
all that.
but that's my guess.
That's a good guess. I actually like that. Okay.
Yeah.
My guess is that, so you've heard of Tallahassee or Tallahassee or whatever. It's like Tallahassee's, like it's like their party scene, kind of like get Tallahassee. Okay. I learned that on The Office, by the way, so I've never experienced
I watched 2 episodes last night.
So Nick Tenacity is when you go out on the scene in New York and people are just like being filthy. They're out there partying and they go home with random people. I don't know, whatever. So it's Nick Tenacity. You're like going to go see the fun club party scene.
Okay. All right.
In New York City.
Okay. Well, all of us get no points again. This one's a plant movement, such as the closing of flowers, petals, or the reorientation of leaves position that occurs in response to changes in light intensity.
And this is a new word?
Yeah. Okay.
That was very misleading.
Yeah,
okay, we were all very wrong on that. So it's like scientific. Okay,
Yeah.
very cool.
The next one is rewild. We learn stuff on this show. We always learn stuff on this show.
We learned where the poo goes.
We learn where the poo goes, yeah.
I always forget it all.
Rewild. Rewild. Rewild.
I got to guess.
Okay.
Go ahead, Darren.
Exactly.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to guess that it's like rewind wild. So let's say it's like you and I, Greg, we're 50 something. We graduated. Oh, I think I missed your birthday.
No, it's all right. Everybody else did too.
Happy birthday.
It's all right. It's all right.
It was the 7th.
It's 7th,
right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
No, this is the birthday episode.
Everybody missed it.
Greg, why didn't you tell us?
No, I did. I was
We text every day, and you didn't say, "Hey guys, it's my birthday."
No, I didn't say it to anybody. But so my kids asked me. My kids asked me, and my wife asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said absolutely nothing. I just nothing. So they didn't get me.
Because you're so happy.
They didn't get me a card. They didn't get me a thing. We didn't go to lunch. We didn't just nothing. We didn't. No,
Why?
I don't know.
That's like a cry for help. Are you
No,
okay?
no.
Oh
You don't want to do anything on your birthday?
I think when you turn a certain age, you just they're just not that
Greg,
important.
you
You
can
don't want to
still
be
do
16
backflips.
candles. Jeez. I have an
So
You
excuse.
do. You still do backflips.
it's good. I can still do a backflip. Yeah.
Okay.
I have an excuse.
So
I was in Kansas City.
rewild.
No,
Rewild.
I know
Rewild.
you were. I know rewild. Yeah. What's rewild? Yeah.
Rewild is like someone of an older age, and like the 80s were wild and fun. So someone older wanting to go have a party, like a 80s party, and get wild.
Like a toga party.
Okay.
Rewild wild, basically.
I think it's the same thing. I put that in my head. Let's see.
Going to the Molly Ringwalds and having fun. That's
I
what I'm talking. That's
I
amazing.
think that's right. Party like it's 1999. That's what I think. Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen Girls Gone Wild?
Yes, we
I
have.
just wanted to ask that. I just
We
wanted to
talked
get that
about
on camera. No, I know. I just wanted to see what your reactions were face to face. But
We've lived it,
I
actually.
actually think it is when you get like a baby seal or whatever, and they like have that hurt fin or whatever they have hand. What do they have? They have fins.
Flippers.
Seals?
Yeah,
Flippers.
they have a
little
flipper.
flippers. And you go and you take it in, and they take it and they care for it. And they feed it like a baby with a bottle, and
And
they like
bash it in
get
the
it
head.
all. And then they take it back to the ocean and they release it and they rewild it into the wild, and then
Yeah.
the shark comes and
That's
eats
what
it.
it
Have you
is.
seen that video?
The
It's
shark
so
comes and
tragic.
eats it. Yeah,
Oh
I
my
love.
god,
Yes,
it's
I love
so
it when
sad.
the
We're
I
like,
love it when the shark
yeah!
comes and eat it.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
perfect.
so I think rewild is
That is
when you
what it
have
is.
to.
It
Is
is?
it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So, or it could
Wow.
be returned to a more natural state. So, say like people like
Like a
us
zoo
who
or
are
oh,
trying
sure.
to move to a less, on the grid, off the grid kind of situation.
That's what I'm about
But
to do.
it's more typically to return an animal to the wild. You got it. So Jasmine got
Okay.
it.
Wow.
Yay.
Okay. The next one is crate dig.
Crate what?
Crate dig. It's a hyphenated word. CRATE
Oh, I know what that
hyphenate
is.
dig.
Can I go first this time?
No. No, because you know what a lot of these
Oh, I
are.
just
I
like
have
should
no
all up my
idea.
nose. I'm so sorry.
I think my brain
I know.
melted.
I know what it
So
is.
I
Let me
think
see.
I did some crate digging this week. I believe that it is when you go and get your annuals or letters and stuff like that, and you're digging through a, a crate that you have in the closet to find old stuff to help you or to remember something or something like that. That's what I
Well,
think.
or you're moving and you get to the
Yeah,
pictures, you
crate
slow.
digging. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's really
Hmm.
good. I don't want to steal that because I had no idea
Ellie knows what
thinking
it
like
is.
that. Maybe you know what? Maybe they
That's
spelled it wrong and it meant Creed dig, and maybe it's a fan of Creed.
Yeah.
I think
They're
that's
just
probably
like
right.
really digging it.
Yeah.
They
Creed
really
fan.
dig that
They're
Creed
digging. They're
music.
Digging Creed.
Creed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I go?
Yeah. You go.
Yes, Jasmine, please.
I think
Hammer us.
it's the thing that the dogs do when they are in their
Uh,
little crates and they're like trying to get out, and they think they're so stupid. They just think they can get out, and I go at the bottom. I think that's what it is. Crate.
okay. Crate dig. It is. Let's see. To shop for rare, vintage, or obscure recordings, especially by
Oh.
searching through crates of secondhand merchandise.
Oh my gosh, I do that all the time.
She
I
does
do
it
that
all
every
the
time. I'm
time.
a crate digger. I'm not a gold digger. I'm not a grave digger. I'm a crate digger.
Hey, so
Great. Good Lord.
I was so close though. I was very close on that.
Yeah,
And
but not
no
quite.
points.
So
Okay. And
it's
the
not that
last one is jorts.
bad. Why not
Jorts.
that?
That's easy.
J
Which one
O
is that?
what JORT. What is
Can I
easy?
go first?
Sorry.
I've never
I
heard
know
of
what
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, go Darren.
they're well, no, you go first if you don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's let me think about it a second. I'm gonna say it's jumbo shorts for like a big girl. She's got on jorts.
Why's it gotta be a girl?
Huh?
Why's it gotta be a big girl? What about a big guy?
because they're jumbo
Big
shorts.
boy.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I was thinking short shorts, so jumbo shorts, but it could be,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're in the city, but you're not in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
What it is blue jean shorts.
Yep.
What
That's
used to
it.
be
They're-
popular that only girls wear now.
Well, wait a second.
But
Why is that a
no,
new
wait.
word in the
No,
dictionary?
wait.
Why is that a new
Wait.
word
Let
in the
me
dictionary?
clarify, because Darren's in the right neighborhood, but he's in the wrong house.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
zinger
Uh-oh.
wing.
I think that it is specifically like those long kind of like, they're like a flimsy kind of material jean shorts, but they're usually like you cut them off of your what are they called? Your
Pants.
leg or your pants, your jean pants.
So
Like
what
they
you're
were jean
saying,
pants, you cut them into jorts.
so what you're saying is they're blue jeans.
Or if they're well, yeah, but they're specifically, or maybe like the ones that guys wear that are like the
Guys don't wear
the
'em.
long ones. That are, yeah, no, they
Guys
do.
wear them. They're
No, they
getting
do.
made fun of behind their back.
Yes, they do, and they have mullets and they wear jorts.
I know.
And they wear
Trouble.
them, and they wear them with like a tuxedo or something. I don't know. They wear
Honestly,
it like
jorts
jort
are the
tuxedo.
best thing that's been invented since before the James Webb Telescope, and we're
So
not.
it's-
No,
allowed
I
to wear
really
'em.
think
Is-
they're
is it
specific
like Daisy
more to
Dukes?
guys.
Is it
No,
Daisy
No.
Dukes?
they're just blue jean
No,
shorts. They
they're
used to be
no,
popular.
they're guy thing. It's a guy thing.
Okay,
No.
well,
It's because girls have always worn that.
Well, they're wearing them.
Guys
Like
hang on.
don't.
every
Hang
single
on.
girl everywhere wears them now. They did in
Let me
Kansas
look.
City.
Let me look.
Greg,
I'm gonna
tell
do
us.
images of jorts. Image of jorts. See if it's girls or guys. Oh, it came up with girls.
Because
And
that's
they
the
are
only to wear them.
and they are long. Can you see that? You can't see that.
No, but they're
No.
blue jean shorts.
You can't see it.
Wait, okay, read it again. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, they're long. Oh, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
see, they're long.
Oh my God,
Read
guys.
it.
My kids just
What?
texted me and said Trump got shot on live television.
No way.
What?
I mean, my kids don't joke around about stuff like that.
No.
No
Raised
way.
his ear.
Oh my God.
Got shot
Somebody
at.
tried to kill him?
Well,
Speech shooting, gunshots heard at president's rally. That was
let me tell
17
you,
minutes
these
ago.
Where?
Democrats
Where
are
was
about to
it?
lose, and they're freaking the hell out.
What? Where?
I don't know. Probably
He
Raleigh.
said he was escorted off stage by Secret Service during a rally, but did it hit him?
Kid said grazed his ear.
Oh,
I don't know.
interesting. Well,
Holy
it says
crap.
shots fired near. Anyway,
Damn it.
Oh,
Wow.
that's crazy.
hey, that's the first time we're going to have
crazy.
breaking news. That's twice today we've had breaking
gotta
news. We
release
never
Breaking
have.
news.
We never have
But
breaking news.
It's releasing in like 6 days.
6
I
weeks.
will tell you though that the breaking news really is that we have a new band called No Hungry Children that's going to be phenomenal.
So
Hey, so
You guys, I can't believe somebody tried to shoot him.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
I wouldn't want
That's
anyone
crazy.
to shoot anybody.
No, me either. Not even.
Come on.
Not
Well,
anybody.
People.
they're in a
Hey.
bind.
What are the Secret Service doing? Come on. They can't stop that? They let a gun nearby that?
I don't know.
So,
I don't know.
They clearly, someone tipped them off, pass them a 20. Okay,
So
anyway.
Jasmine wins again.
I don't know.
Jasmine wins again. So Jasmine gets to for winning. She gets to tell us which color of
toga
we have to wear.
I don't want to pick a color.
Okay, we'll pick a style. We have to wear like a over the shoulder
off-white.
toga.
I say instead of doing toga, we just do costume party, and I get to pick your costumes.
Oh, that might.
Okay,
yeah,
let me
that
ask
might
you
be-
this. Can I ask a question? Can I wear my costume that I had at our old job that I got called down for and people were offended?
That was so ridiculous. That's when someone has nothing better to do and they just are trying to be offended or just trying to get you in trouble.
I'm sorry, I'm getting mad about that. That pissed me off.
Okay.
It's
It's okay. We don't think about them. They are not worth your time. Okay. That was a great show. I won both games.
You did.
I think that's what we need
I
to
think
walk
it
away
was
with.
3 games. You might have won them all 3. I'm not sure. We did a lot of games.
Thank you and good night.
Bye, everybody.
Yay. Okay.